Talking to me with your eyes, I get a hint of the perfume that I like. Wear it like a disguise, I come around with the perfect alibi. Midnight, pouring my heart out like it's water. Tick-tock, you know this night ain't getting younger. Feels like chasing a star up and down in the sky. I can't get enough of sweet, sweet loving like we're just a couple bees, please. I'm glued to you, honey, like believe me, and I'll be sticking to you. I'm glued to you, honey, I'm glued to you, honey, hey. Ooh, ah, ooh, I'm glued to you, honey, like ooh, ah, ooh, I'm glued to you, honey, like. I'm walking around with a smile, you got me feeling like curfew after 9. Yeah, you're tearing it up with the style. You got me living a brand new kind of life. At midnight, pouring my heart out like it's water. Tick-tock, you know this night ain't getting younger. Feels like chasing a star up and down in the sky. I can't get enough of sweet, sweet loving like we're just a couple bees, please. I'm glued to you, honey, like believe me, and I'll be sticking to you. I'm glued to you, honey, I'm glued to you, honey, hey. Ooh, ah, ooh, I'm glued to you, honey, like ooh, ah, ooh, I'm glued to you, honey, like. Oh, don't forget I love that honey taste, yeah. Oh, I'm feeling like a double dipping day. Oh, it's a double dipping day. I can't get enough of sweet, sweet loving like we're just a couple bees, please.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, we got ourselves, hopefully a new PTR build. The servers went down a couple of hours ago now, like about 3 p.m. or so. So they've been down for quite a while. So hopefully they'll be coming up soonish. They could be down for like a long bit. So we're kind of just like, I'm going to be camping out, seeing if the servers come up, hanging out with you boys, seeing if we got anything new. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. We got ourselves more Dragonflight stuff for the day. Hopefully we got some new stuff. Hopefully we'll get the Vengeance Demon Hunter class tree and whatever else they do for Havoc. And I'm hoping they do something when it comes to, or at least give us a blue post when it comes to momentum. I feel like that's still got to get addressed. I feel like at some point they got to say something like, what do they want to stay and keep momentum? How much do they value that whole mobility to do damage playstyle? Because I know like some of you guys like it and others don't. And it's just like polarizing as a talent. You know what I mean? But how are you guys doing otherwise? Hopefully everybody's having a good one. Just back in time. How you doing? What's up, Jake? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my boy. I guess the first thing I want to do is I want to probably get the music not as loud. Oh God, that is loud. Wait. Oh, you guys can't hear it, but I can. Oh. All right, cool. Alrighty. So PTR, is it up right now? Anybody know? Anybody peep it yet? Because I haven't at all. I just seen like the Rogue Discord go like, oh, server down. Oh, what? Can we leave the dagger balls though? Yeah, they look really, really good, don't they? That looks awesome. Yeah. So the servers, as it is right now, boys, all of them are down. All of them. The one that read as incompatible are 10.1.7 PTR realms. So those are not the ones where like we have anything new on those, right? Those are the current patch 10.1.7 PTR. They usually keep like the next patch and the current patch on PTR so they can do some like fixing in the current patch stuff. They can put up like a fix, see if that works. They don't push it to live realms, which made live realms feel like a little bit more stable. Compared to previous expansions where like if something was bugged, it'd be not fixed for like a month or two. Change the prop palette tier set dude. Yeah, I do hope they also talk about some of the tiers, man, because they did make some tier set changes over like the last few weeks, haven't they? I'm sure there's like a tier set that I might have missed that did get a change at some point, right? I'm sure about it. I'm sure they did. Chat can confirm or deny. I'm gonna see if they have anything new for the Pen 2, nothing yet. But if I were to go to like development notes, where would I find the tier set part? No, they did make changes to tier sets. Like for example, when the nerf retribution tier set, you know what I mean? And then I guess the Windwalker, yeah, Windwalker tier set changed too. Hi, any class changes? We're gonna be waiting for those, Chris. We're waiting for those for the time being, man. Offline, yeah, all good, all good. Plus, it needs to keep the momentum, even with some of us want an alternative build. I agree with you on that. I think it'd be awesome, like let's say you're doing dungeons or you're raiding or PvPing, having more than one build that you can spec into, right? Having options, I think is honestly the best thing that they can do when it comes to classes. Just having like choices, right? Hey, you don't want to play this momentum thing at all? All right, we could play something alternatively. You won't really be losing that much of a damage, and you'll get a better feeling playstyle that matches what you want to do. That's the ideal situation, but in a world of like min-maxing and stuff, I think it's like very difficult to do. Just because even if they were to get two builds like within 1% of each other, it all depends partially by like how does the community perceive it, right? So there are some builds that are technically numerically better, but the other build is like only 1% behind and it feels better to play. Usually the community ends up kind of leaning on that pretty easily. But if you have two builds that are like kind of similar to each other in performance, like again 1%, but one is like, and neither of them feel terrible to play, the community will usually lean, or at least like the top end will lean into like whatever does the most amount of damage, and then that'll become the meta, and nobody else really plays the other build, even though it's an alternative of how you can play. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just, I don't know, the game is so like top end heavy. You know, you see everybody top tier players play one specific build, you feel like you gotta do it. Otherwise, you could be behind the meta. And if let's say like, also it's like specs too, right? It's similar to specs, but also builds as well. So like you're playing assassination where you see, and then everybody else plays subtlety or whatever. Even though both specs are like within let's say like contend to margins of each other, but like somebody's always gonna give you like a weird look, be like, really? You playing that spec? You're not playing the meta one? I don't know if I want you in my group anymore. You know what I mean? What's up, Dad? What's up, David? Hi to my guy. How's it going, Shane? Doing pretty good, man. Just waiting to see if we get a new PTR build. I'll give us like 5 seconds, and then we'll just hop on live on. We'll do like an easy key on like one of my undergeared characters. Or maybe I could do my time walking stuff, or maybe I could just go do time walkings on my Shadow Priest and just level that thing a little bit more. I've been leveling another priest mostly for the undead just to get the heritage set. So I could do like a couple of dungeons like that, right? This way, if I need to dip out, ain't no biggie. Don't gotta worry about nothing. Ain't no one's gonna complain about me for dipping. It's just a random heroic. They're gonna replace me real easily. Maybe that's what you should do, man. At least for like one of them. How long does it usually take for them to make take for changes to come up to servers go down? I have no idea. It really depends what they're gonna be doing with it, right? Sometimes like servers are down for like hours, and they only like they pull them back up. I don't know, like a handful of changes were made, like 2 class changes, and that's it. And other times they'll go down for like 30 minutes and then they'll back up in full swing, and there's like a flood of new changes and stuff. It really all depends, man. I've never found like consistency, and I've been doing this for like a while too. I've been doing this for a while, man, this whole PTR stuff. According to sources, servers have been down for 2 hours now. Yep, because I looked at the Rogue Discord to see like if the servers are down or not, and I took a look at them, and today at 3:02 p.m. server shut down 15, server shut down in 5. Somebody posted. They were just like, what's going on? What? I also wonder if, man, I haven't been scrolling through Rogue Discord nearly as heavily as I usually do. But I should have been though. I should have been this week. Because we got new dev, right, working on Rogue stuff. That's why we got a whole new talent stuff. So excited, my man. But I should have seen what Reels had to say a couple of times, because he pops in there. Popping in to say hello, good stream. Hey, thank you so much, my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Don't have time to see it live. Need to get some sleep, so I'll have the video as a pod when I'm out working tomorrow. Sounds good, my man. Yo, hopefully Blizzard will deliver for a new patch build. Hopefully. It's really out of my control. It's all in their control. But yeah, thank you so much, my guy. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you around streams more often. But if not, hope you enjoy the VODs. Hope you enjoy the regular vids and everything. Always happy to have you here as well. So hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening, my guy. Have yourself a good night. Thank you. That's all I can say, man, is thank you. Multiple times in a row. When Walker mains didn't even get the World and Dragon Punch is worth it yet or not. Yeah, it's gonna come down to like Sims, right? It's really gonna come down to Sims. But I think like adding abilities like World and Dragon Punch, there's like a give and take with it. One, it's a pretty cool ability. It's just something you can send in between of your punches and kicks, and it has some cooldown reduction elements, so that can be kind of fun. But it also does decent damage for like every time you use it. The bids are daily routine. Let's go. Happy to hear that. But with Windwalker stuff, like there is issues also with World and Dragon Punch, like how it. I think it's cool, but also it's a bit of an issue. How like it pops you up in the air, locks you in the air. You have to go through animation and you have to come down. It can be cool, like let's say there's a knockback effect, and you can like kind of deny the knock with like a frontal, you know, up leap with a Whirling Dragon. That can be cool. But there are moments where you're just like, oh, I need to move out of the way. Hold on, I want to get my Whirling Dragon punch. Oh, up in there, I can go left, right. I'm just gonna go up and down, and I'm dead. You know what I mean? It can definitely catch ya. Yo, Shane, thanks so much, my man. Yo, boys, can we get a hashtag Shane, my man? Thanks so much, my guy. Appreciate ya. Thank you for the 10 bones. Dude, we didn't even get nothing done today. What do you mean? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The 10 big bones, I appreciate it. What's up, JP? How you doing, my man? Alrighty. Boys, I guess we should do some live stuff, yeah? What am I feeling like? I'm either... I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to get the, servers up. So you know what? Just in case, right? In case they go up within like 30 minutes or whatever, I'm thinking, chat, do we level my undead character, or just do a quick key? What do you guys think? Because I feel like if we do a quick key, lower level key, right? I'm just hoping to hop on PTR as soon as it's available. And I feel like if we just level a priest, right? Level an undead character, we can hop out of the key as soon as the servers are out. I can just bail, no biggie. But in M+, I can't really bail though, so I'm kind of stuck. What are you guys feeling? Because I got a priest, man. Deton Del. I just picked a random name. Beautiful boy with a mustache. What's up, JP? Glad you enjoyed it, my guy. It actually came out kind of okay today, more or less. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't. It gets whimsical at times. The notification gets me. It's pretty good, right? I feel like sometimes I should change these things, right? I feel like I should refresh some things once in a while. But like some things are just classic, man. Level so quick. Yeah, leveling is really, really quick right now. Let me do a quick run. I've been running around as I picked a random class and it chose for me Shadow Priest, so I thought, all right, let's go for like full bone head to toe. I'm trying to see if I can get more heritage sets, like for all my characters. And if you guys were trying to do quests, by the way, through time walkings, you might have run into an issue where the game does not let you queue for time walking for one reason or another. The reason is it's kind of buggy. So like, okay. So normally time walking only lets you queue for time walkings when you're level 16 and above, right, for the last 10 levels. But with patch 10.17, they lowered a lot of the requirements for time walking dungeons. Some are at 30, most are at 35, and I think one of the time walking events is maybe at 40. But you can, once you get that minimum level, you can just do dungeons for time walking, questing and stuff. And the XP you get for like a normal dungeon, right, random BFA dungeon, 33,000 is decent, and then time walking is 50, and you get a satchel and you get some time war badges. So it's kind of like nice, like two birds with one stone situation. Plus they go by quick, so if you have any like gear that scales well lower level, it's fast. Especially if you get yourself like decent heirloom stuff, decent like low level trinkets or whatever from like a world quest, or not world quest, but like a quest or two on a character. Also, you can always just like supplement a lot of your gear from like the vendors, right? You get the time war badges. If you ever need item levels, just go to like the vendor, time walking vendor, and you can just like replace your items. You can replace like belts, whatever gear they have, and I have a ring that I'll be replacing from time to time, right, as I'm getting levels. And you level so fast as long as you can get into a group really quickly. I'm gonna try to queue as a DPS 4 minutes, but maybe I should do a healer instead. I just don't want to set up all my like key bindings again, because setting up a priest in the first time, dude, disc priest or holy priest, or really any other healer. Is that a help potion? Okay, dude. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna try. So I think, what is the chat that you need to be like, what, level 50 to start the heritage quest line? Or is it like, it's not max, right? I mean, if Herald's next patch, yeah, dude, right now is the time to like level a couple of characters. And if you also add like what is it, if you can get yourself a 30% buff, which I guess are built up already, if you get this, right, and you enable war mode for 10% more, and you enable this for 10% more, you're sitting at 50% buff. And depending where you quest, you can actually get quite a bit of XP just for doing quests alone. Especially if you do some of the zones that are not contested by like the other faction. You will never see anybody of the opposite faction ever. So like, if you're doing, let's say, time walking campaign, you do Warlords General and you do the very first zone, right? If you do the entire first zone for the Horde or the entire first zone for the Alliance, there really isn't much of a reason for the opposite faction to be in your zone. So it's like mostly uncontested. The same thing can be said, for the most part, about BFA zones too, right? If somebody's leveling, they're leveling through Zuldazar. They don't need it to level through Kultiris at all. The same thing, you're just leveling Kultiris. You don't have any reason to go to Zuldazar whatsoever. Except for like, maybe there's like a war campaign and somebody trying to get like resources or like the badges or whatever. Like you can avoid those zones whenever that's up. But like, besides of it, just want to like level in peace, not have to PvP out in the open world. There's definitely some places you can hang out in. And for Horde, I guess you could also go to Silver Pine Forest, Hillsbrad Foothills, and I'd say maybe like Barrens. It's kind of safe. Like if you're trying to be super extra safe. I feel like on Alliance you have a lot more options though. Like you got yourself Loch Modan, you got yourself Dun Moreau, you got yourself Elven Forest, Westfall, Duskwood, unless somebody's out hanging out by the inn. And I'd say Red Ridge mostly safe. At least I'd barely see any of the opposite faction at all, and you could level really, really quickly. Ridiculously quickly. Plays nice, but I can't combine with Convoke or Incarn. I'd say I would start playing around with both. I definitely would play around with Convoke a bit more, just because during Convoke, especially if you pick up that one talent with Convoke, where it's like Ashmane's Guidance, right? Convoke is more likely to let you use a more powerful version of your Convoke abilities. One of those abilities being Feral Frenzy, which is going to be tied to a tier set, where whenever you press Feral Frenzy with that tier set, I guess I don't really get a lot of XP, but I mean, that's a lot of sockets, dude. That is a lot of sockets. Hold on a second. An XP? You know, the gloves are actually worth it. I think I'll grab those. I just need to know what quest is for. That's Echoes? Okay, cool. That's easy. That's easy. Did they give a new model, by the way? Oh, it is a new model in Nozormo. They had like an old one for like the longest ever. But yeah, if you can like, just go to certain places where you can like avoid the opposite faction completely, it's not terrible. It can get a lot of XP done very, very quickly. It's kind of nice, honestly. It's just like super, super relaxing. We do one of these. Oh, they're playing Shadowpriest. I did to choose my class. So like, what am I gonna level in? By the way, another level, just like that, dude. Two packs and we got a level? I mean, I'll take it, honestly. Hold on, I gotta drink a potion too. My last one, I gotta get more after this. Actually, I might not even need, I only need like, what? 8 more levels and I'm chilling, I think. Unless I got it twisted. But yeah. Feral Druid, but what does that talk about? Feral Druid and leveling. I'm just kinda lost, man. I'm kinda lost, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, look how quick that was. It was ridiculously quick. Is this something I gotta do, by the way? Oh, okay, Echo. Cool, I just need to like AFK there for a second. Let me pick up... What am I looking for? Twist, maybe? Probably Twist. Yeah, Twist is fine. I'm just gonna go and do this. I'm not even gonna fight these guys. I'm just gonna do all the fragment stuff. But as well, yeah. You explain the Convoke dilemma. Yeah, so Incarnation is a pretty strong button, right? And it also has like a nice interaction too with the Ashmane's Guidance, where your Rip and Rake will increase the damage enemies take from you by 3%. That buff of Rip and Rake bleeds lasts for the entire duration of Incarnation, so 30 seconds, and for 30 seconds after Incarnation ends, so it's like a minute buff. It's really, really good looking. Really good looking. So I think you are going to probably play Convoke just with more Feral Frenzies, because that's tied to a tier set, and you can basically have better uptime of your tier set. I think it's going to be the play. Hard to tell though. If you save Convoke at the end of your Primal Wrath buff window, you can save. You got 20 seconds of 25% increased damage if you roll good enough. Oh, you mean like, what do you mean by 25%? Hold on. If you save Convoke for the end of your Primal Wrath window. Primal Wrath, is that your tier set? I'm not familiar with like the name of the tier set, I guess. Isn't tier 25%? 20 is 20. At least I'm pretty sure it's 20. I want to say it's 20 off the top of my head. 35 this week. Wait, what do you mean? Well, can you do time walking? 35, yeah. For this one, it's 35. But you have to, in order to enable time walking, because it's kind of bugged, you have to talk to Chromie and have her take her back to your current timeline. That's like the big part about it, that nobody really tells you. But you have to make sure you talk to Chromie and have her bring you back to your current timeline. Let's say you're questing and you have like a BFA timeline or Legion timeline or WAD timeline or whatever, right? You have to make sure that Chromie takes you back to the initial timeline in order to be able to queue into it. Otherwise, the game reads you as a low-level character that can't queue for it, even if you are level appropriate. It's a bit of a bug, and I'm pretty sure they'll end up fixing it at some point. But yeah, if you're just trying to get some queues, Just make sure that Chromie takes you back and you're chilling. Took me a bit to figure it out. Yeah. I think first of all, like the XP buff turns out is just a buff, but in the PTR files, in the game files, it was like, oh, it's a potion. Oh, it's a consumable. Oh, it's something you get and then something you consume, and it's just you chilling. Instead, it does act like a potion, it's just automatically applied. So it might as well not be a potion, it's just a buff basically. Basically it is a buff. But the base of it, it is a potion. It is a consumable. It's just automatically applied consumable. If that makes any sense. Which is confusing. That was actually a level, yeah. So we got like what, a level from a 2-pack and another level from just finishing this thing. I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll queue another one, especially if it's insta queue. Give me the gloves with a socket, dude. That's huge. Also, helm not good. I mean, helm is good. Eventually, that will be better than what I got. Oh, everybody left. Okay, all right, wonderful, beautiful. All right, back in the queue. Hey, is the new DF raid in patch 10.3? Is this the new DF raid? Yes, exactly. No, that's patch 1043. 10.4. Yeah, that one took 4 minutes of queue. And bosses took like, I don't know, 32 seconds, 18 seconds, Jaina 17 seconds, killing some footmen for about a minute maybe, Sylvanas 20, a couple ads for 30. So like 4-minute queue, 3-minute dungeon, and that's 2 levels right there. Keep me up, daddy. Yo, what's up, this guy doing, guy? If you guys want to queue up, man, I'm down. If you're level 43 and you're Horde, I'm done to queue up. I do wish Alliance and Horde could queue together though. I think that would be awesome. Have an Alliance and, oh wait, not only did I get like an entire level, right? An entire full bar from killing the boss and finishing it, but I got enough to almost get level 44. This thing is fast. Like, if you're just trying to get a bunch of characters for like heirloom gear or a bunch of classes or whatever, I kind of want to take this character now all the way to level 60, and I want to see how the buff, right, the Master Time Ways plus the open world buff of Dream Surge plus just doing the world concert Dream Surge, I want to see how fast that goes, right? Because I'm only getting like the 30% inside of the dungeon. Yo, Shane, my guy, another 10. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. Can we get a hashtag, Shane? You haven't yet, boys. Thank you so much. Oh, so when are the journey customization coming out, or if they're out? They are out. You just have to do the quest line. You will have the quest line in Orgrimmar or in... So for Alliance characters, you have to go to the capital city, Alliance, Stormwind, wrong one, Stormwind. You go to the Stormwind Keep, and it's like right here, as you're going up the stairs, right? Up the stairs on the left-hand side, there'll be a Draenei that will give you the call of Valen, and that'll take you to Argus, or I'll have you go to Argus. And for a Horde, I think it's just in Orgrimmar. Somewhere like simple, somewhere in Orgrimmar, I have no idea where. But yeah, it's right there. You just walk in, take the quest. You don't have to be Draenei. You don't have to be anything. You can be as any character. You go to Argus. You do a little bit of a dialogue-y thing between like the red Draenei and like the broken Draenei, right? The ones that are like all technically or whatever. And then you get a bit of a storyline. Then you go fight a couple of red Draenei, kill like 12 of them, kill a big guy, come back. There's a little bit more dialogue, and that's it. You're done. It is shorter than I thought it was going to be. It is quick. Orgrimmar's where the portals? Okay, yeah, so if you go to Orgrimmar where the portals are, I guess like maybe by one of the portals or whatever. You just like get a listed XP bonus? You mean like the World PvP one? The War mode? Yeah, but like if I'm out in the open world and I'm a level 60 character in a Dream Surge zone where there's max level characters, I'm probably dead. So I'm probably not gonna have War mode on for that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's just gonna slow down my leveling experience unless I can just like avoid everybody. But by God, if somebody's just out flying around Dream Surge, looking out for anyone to fight, and I see my ass still wearing heirloom gear at level 40 or 60, I guess minimum you can get is on 58. There's nothing that stops them from just swooping down, slamming me down to the floor. And it's just like, I just want to avoid the backtracking of having to run from the graveyard back to my body. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean? Just avoid that. War mode XP as well. Yeah. I mean, so War mode XP is pretty good if you're going to be out and like, because right now you can get quite a bit of extra XP, right? You got the War mode for 10%. You got this for 10%, this for 30. So like this together, you can just go like level in areas that are going to be mostly non-contested. So like WAD areas or like areas out around Orgrimmar or Undercity. Those are generally pretty good, like Silverpine. I started some of the quest lines over in the I was doing a bit of early leveling in the, did some stuff with Silverpine, but at some point I stopped, and I was just continuing like a bunch of quests all the way to Cherry Mill. Got everything except for this next one, the breadcrumb that takes you to East Point Tower, and I was just gonna continue from there on. But it's like nobody is out here with World Mode on, no alliance ever. Especially if you end up doing like, especially if you set yourself into like time walking. And I think there's some weird thing with time walking going on. Like, let's say you set yourself for time walking in WAD, it'll set you into like a WAD-esque environment, but then you'll quest in areas outside of WAD, so there's like even less chances that you will see anybody, because most people that you should be able to see are also the people that are questing through WAD areas. You know what I mean? With time walking stuff, it's weird, but you could basically just get like, basically become invisible. And there's some areas that are just super efficient for XP, like ridiculously efficient. If I had slammed the shit out of you, dude, I know. I would, honestly, I'd have a feeling. I'd have a feeling like if I was on my rogue, I would too. I would probably do that to another lobby too. I'd feel bad about it, but it's like, well, it takes like 2 seconds, so it's just like, well, who wouldn't put food down real quick, slam real quick, just get it out of the way? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't do that? So I can't really. Can we get mad, honestly? You know what I mean? Slamming pretty hard. Healer gun? Okay. I don't think we need a healer really, right? If this guy just goes in, just pulls mobs like one at a time. We should, unless he just pulls the boss right now, it should be okay mostly. We got a healer, so maybe we'll be okay. I know there's a mechanic somewhere in this place that is like a one-shot though. I don't remember what. I don't remember what one-shots you here, so I'm just gonna keep a shield in this man. I hope he's okay. I guess we're gonna pull the boss at this point. Yeah, we are. Is it this guy that does a slam one-shot? Or is someone else that does it? That was like one of the regular mobs that maybe just randomly kills you. Okay, we're gonna get the hell away. Is that what one-shots? I guess we won't find out. I don't remember this place at all. I remember doing a lot of dungeons back in Cataclysm, but this place I don't remember at all, man. I don't remember what this dungeon is anymore. I did it before, but I can never like memorize it. That's my wife. Makes me around with TBC dungeons, Legion questing. TBC dungeons are good if you're looking for like the XP from those dungeons, but apparently TBC questing in general is not efficient at all. That and Wrath of Lich King apparently some of the most inefficient zones to like quest through. Legion questing is decent, but apparently it's not the best. WAD apparently is the best in terms of the amount of XP you get and like the density of quests and just the time spent. Like it's multiple times people have gone to quests and try to see like speed run it, see how fast they really go. And everybody has confirmed multiple times that WAD is the fastest. Just like either by an inch or a mile, but hey, another level up. How fast this is, man. We've been playing this character, what, 8 minutes? That's like, what, 3-4 levels now or something? 3, I think? I've quested through WAD too much. Yeah, no, same. I quested through WAD way too many times. I'm personally bored of it, tired of it myself. So I feel you on that. Wait, can we just skip her? Is that a play? Hold on a sec. That's new strat. I don't remember this one. Also, some classes just scale disgustingly well inside of like low-level dungeons, like Brewmasters. Never mind. Drain life. Hold on a second. Look at this guy. He's got himself like full capacitor and everything. What is that? Okay, hold on. We probably should go and block this one. What is he? He's got Legion Legos. Force multiplier, soul drinker. I mean, if you have a lot of this low level gear, right, on the time walking character, that's nice. That's super nice. That's real good. If you have yourself, yep, he's got Azure gear. No wonder this guy just walking and slamming everything. All right. And if you have everybody in the group doing the same, oh, it's over. It is over. He's fully twinked out. I like it, man. I like the commitment. Gonna make this place go by so much quicker. I just feel like my damage is a little higher. Although, like, being for a level that I am, I think the only thing that's holding me back is the gear that doesn't scale nearly as well as everybody else's, right? It's decent, but it just does not scale past a certain point. It's just, like, not that good. Let me go over there, just start up here at least. If you start up here fast enough, this guy drops down and then clears the way. There we go. Do you play any other games too? Honestly, I don't stream a lot of other games, but I do play other games. Not a lot though. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate ever since it came out, and I've been doing multiple playthroughs now, and I have a group that I'm playing with buddies, and we're doing like a separate playthrough with them as well. So that's been a lot of fun. Besides that though, yeah, I played a little bit like Heroes of the Storm, or like the guild sometimes goes like on our Conan runs, right? Like Conan the survival game. It's really fun. Actually so fun with other people. Not something I could probably play with my own though. But it's really fun with everybody else. But yeah, no, we get into like the exile lands, and we're raiding people, rampaging through it, usually trying to see if we can dominate the entire server. It includes a lot of farming, a lot of prep work for it. But it's really fun. Although we haven't really been able to get together for that since this expansion's like cadence has been a lot better, so we're usually busy, you know, doing stuff all the time. There's never enough time to just take a proper breather. If that makes any sense. But yeah, we're selling HOTS right now. Dude, HOTS still is a banger of a game. I wish they continued like giving it more support, and I totally understand why they're just like kind of giving up on it. I get it. It's like, who makes a MOBA anymore, right? That was made at the height of MOBAs, and then MOBA hype quickly died, and you either Dota or League or just kind of gone, discontinued mostly, which is sad, right? I don't want games to just be completely dead, but it happens, you know. I would have loved for that game just to continue getting more support, but I think like they went too hard on the whole, like the Maya went too ham on like the whole, oh, let's make it an esport kind of deal, right? Let's really put in some effort into it. I thought like the college stuff they were doing cool, right? Like Heroes of the Dorm kind of deal. But I feel like it should have been maybe a little bit smaller scale, so then they could have just like pivoted and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. That was a fun one. There's like 10 plus people on being not allowed. On your BNet? I mean, people do play it, right? People do play it. It's just not nearly as much as they used to. Go find people in queue and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty dead for the most part. One hit on a pirate scaling last 3 heroes broke the game. I did not keep up with like the meta of the game at all, so I would have no idea honestly. But yeah, I do kind of miss it at times though. Just the idea of the game was pretty cool. Oh, let me just do a RP real quick. Just run over real quickly. Get close enough so the guy can spawn. There we go. Ow. That hurt. Why did that hit so hard? So hopefully that should be like a level or 2 here. I'm still peeping to see if we get like a new update, boys. Yeah, we don't do any damage. It's literally all this guy with Spirit Eruption to drain life. That's so good. No, I'm sure I also picked up a quest from this place, by the way. That could have been like a little bit extra XP. Here's the Storm was fun at the beginning when everything wasn't meta yet. True. True. I feel like a lot of games are like that though. You could basically describe every game that's ever existed. Every game is fun when there's like no meta established or anything like that. Literally every game. Oh. Hi. What's up? Yeah, we can keep together. Hold on, let me do this. Let me unqueue. Let me leave queue. Re-queue. Just to make sure we're both in. Now we're good. Cool. You'll find Shatter hard to play at all. Have you ever played it before? Only played Holy. Shatter isn't... I'd say it is a spec that has a lot of buttons to it, right? There's a little bit of like how you do AoE damage. It's a little different than every other class, right? With a mage, you walk in, you drop a blizzard, drop down a frozen orb, and then you just like begin your single target rotation. Fire mage, you just flame strike, right? So you're trying to like fireball, get a proc. Instead of pyro-blasting, you just switch into flame strike, and that's it. Your rotation is done. Boom, can you drop down Starfall, a couple of dots on everybody, and that's mostly it for your AoE. Shaman, you chain lightning, like you have a specific button for it. The way that Shatterpriest cleaves is, the way you play is you put up dots on things, right? As you put up dots on things, you take more damage from your mastery. So for every dot you have, enemies just take more damage. Big. So you want to apply dots on everything. You don't have an easy way to spray dots except for like throwing down Shadow Crash, so at least 8 targets get hit. But you will probably want to go apply a couple on them, couple dots on them here and there. You got Misery, so like every time you apply Vampiric Touch, you also get a pain on them for free. So that's 2 dots for every single cast, so it makes things a little quicker. But the main way you play in your dot AoE is Psychic Link. For every person with a Vampiric Touch, a portion of your single target cleaves to them. So your playstyle is spread dots to everybody, focus down single target on one guy, and it naturally cleaves everything. So as long as you can remember to properly use your Shadow Crash and time it right, let's say, for example, you're doing a Mythic Plus, Tank is about to pull 2 mobs, but then he's about to pull 8 mobs right after. Depending on how fast you're killing those first 2 mobs, you may want to delay Shadow Crash for those 8 mobs, just so you can make it easier for you to establish dots. Also, you can be kind of annoying if the tank is moving mobs left and right everywhere when you're trying to land a Shadow Crash and you keep missing. Just kind of got to practice with it. But as long as you can find a way to put dots on things, that's how you do AoE. And the rest of it is just focus on single target, which is mostly like which abilities are higher priority. So depending on procs, right? If let's say you're playing Mind Spike, which is like your normal filler ability, you're Mind Spiking, that's like your bottom last ability. Things like your Mind Blast will be more important. Devouring Plague, especially if it's about to fall off because it's a dot, really more important. Your Shadow Crash is probably more important just because you generate quite a bit of sanity too, and more sanity than a normal spike. Shadowboard Death, which is a nice executability, also more important. But then talents like Surge of Insanity, which is changing in 10.2, but it's basically the same concept. When you place Devouring Plague, one of your abilities, now your next Mind Spike is now Mind Spike Insanity. It does more damage, generates more resources, now becomes higher priority. But you're like, what do I press? I have 2 charges of Mind Blast, I feel like I should spend them as quickly as possible, but I also got Mind Spike, and now it's proc with Insanity, what should I prioritize? And then they got class talents like Mind Games, which is like not a lot of damage, but a lot of insanity gains. So it's like, what do you send that in at some point, right? It's mostly figuring out the priority of like what has the highest priority, depending on the procs, depending on the charges, depending on all the other things. But that's about it. Like if you feel like that's not that bad, that's basically the entire class of Shadow Priest. That's literally the entire thing written down, spelled to the T. How you doing? Any news? Seeing if there's a new PTR build. Servers are down. Kind of waiting for them, my guy. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing good. What am I getting pinged for? Hope if tank needs a tank. Or what? Oh, okay. Good. Dude, I keep getting pinged a lot on Discord. Not like from homies, but it's just like guild. In guild, it's just like there's usually a ping, and it's usually like, hey guys, I want to maybe do like a normal raid run, and it's like, wait, why am I getting pinged? Like it's like, wait, this isn't the main raid? Okay. Can I be left out of the ping? I just want to chill, I got stuff to do. Sounds like a headache to me. My god, it's a lot of like little messages, and I'm like, oh, that's probably really important. I gotta click it, and it's like, oh, not important at all. And it's just like, do I just start ignoring them at this point? Because it's like, at some point it's going to be an important one. And we got like a billion channels in there too. So it's just like, there's a channel for every single boss fight because we have notes, and there's a channel for weak hours. There's a channel for food stuff if you just want to share food. There's a selfish channel. There's like Raider channel, general channel for every single one of the trials and everything, right? So I'm just like, I'm going to scroll. Which one is it? Which one is it? Every time, dude. Dahlia Rogue needs a normal raid. Yeah, definitely. Well, no, he's gonna need normal raid for like 10-2, right? But right now, yeah, no, it's not normal usually. It's like heroic or like a couple of bosses mythic for like anyone that's trying to get a couple of pieces of gear. It's not bad, honestly. Same with Overwatch. I love playing the heck out of Junkrat, but it got annoying when people criticize you throwing games and non-ranked. Yeah, dude, I think that's where games really go to die, is whenever like you have a ranked game, right? A game with a ranking system, but it's like, and then you have quick play where you can just go and play whatever the hell you want to, but then there'll be somebody out there that'll criticize you. Oh, you throw in the game because you're not playing a meta champion or whatever. I feel like that's how the games die really quickly, man. But that's, how do you like stop that, you know? Because I feel like, how do you capture that like sense of, oh, you can play whatever you want to and try stuff and really experiment, just have fun and do whatever? How do you capture that in almost like a time loop where it doesn't evolve? That sense of wonder that everybody has, just everybody's trying to figure out and look, and make that into a mode. I don't think you can. I don't think you can unless you literally give it like a random mode, right? And I feel like that's where like, oh, random hero select or something, or random champion select for heroes specifically, or not heroes, but Overwatch. It was like a brawl or something they did, I guess. I liked it because it's just like, well, I don't know what character I'm gonna play. Maybe I'll play something that's kind of fun. I just gotta explore and try stuff. But if you, let's say you're playing quick play and you're playing someone that's off meta just because you want to give it a try, and somebody's like, yo, why are you throwing? Why are you playing off meta? You're gonna lose us this game. It's like, dude, it's not that serious though. It is just not that serious. So I feel you on that. But yeah, all defenses heroes weren't meta and considered troll picks. Yeah, like early. He's talking about Jake early. What is it? Early Overwatch, right? Yeah, I don't know. Like I liked what's her name? Not Sombra. What's the one that has like a teleport and like turrets everywhere? I always thought that was a cool idea. How you can kind of just like annoy people with a bunch of these turrets, and if you can just run around circles around somebody while they get beamed by the turrets, like if you just live long enough, they die. And it's just super troll and super fun. So that's right, that's the one. That's the one. Plus, I think, because I know they changed her kit with a gun and whatever, I'm pretty sure her damage from main gun, I know that at some point they made it like a projectile that she shoots out now. Like she could hold it into an orb and then shoot it, so you have a little more accuracy. But I think prior to that, it was just like auto attach. As long as you're kind of near the vicinity of a person, you hold down the trigger. It's kind of like you don't really need to aim. And I remember, like, I'm pretty sure that's what she used to do. So I thought to myself, oh, that'd be pretty easy for me to get to it. Hey Dala, can you please tell me you need 5 different characters to do achievement to get the same amount? Oh no, you don't need 5, but you don't need 5, Vlad. All you need to do is for 5 weeks in a row, you need to get some mastery of the time waste buff. So if you look at how to get it, it's the troubled, I think it's like a feats of strength, not promotional. Is it legacy? Pension feature? It's like in time walking, isn't it? Troubled time ways, maybe time ways. Yeah, master of the turbulent time ways. That's the achievement you're looking to get. So for 5 weeks, right? For 5 weeks till the turbulent time ways is active, you need to get yourself basically 4 keys done, or 4 not keys, but time walking dungeons done on 1 character, and you get the master of the time ways. You do that for 5 weeks in a row. That's it. So that can be done on like what? A dungeon, I guess, maybe like an 8-minute run. So maybe like, I don't know, actually, like waiting for a dungeon about 4 minutes, running the actual dungeon about 4 minutes, or maybe like 10 minutes of waiting plus doing. So you can get it done in like 40 minutes in a week. 40 minutes out of a week, and you can get it done fairly quickly. If you could as a healer and stuff, it'd probably be even easier and better. But yeah. No, Ali and Horde. Horde random queues yet. Maybe one day, though, Boris, yeah? Maybe one day. I think that'd be kind of cool if they did that. Is the guys that are really quick. The guy a bit of a shield. You know, Holy Nova actually can do quite a bit of damage if you just kind of let it ramp up. I know no priest ever really uses it, but it is kind of a unique ability. They really have a reason to use it ever. It's kind of fun. Kind of neat. Did they just spell themselves, or is that just me missing it? That's probably me missing, honestly. Last time, yeah. Because I just remember just doing boss instantly. I don't know how this goes to run it. But like 6 hours last night with a friend. It was a fun treat. Like to play and ignore comments. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But it's just one of those things that's like a social thing more than anything, right? You can't really get rid of it easily. It's just like a social thing that we built for ourselves. Sort of, kinda. If that makes any sense at all. Nice. And that actually might be better than what I'm running. Oh, because I don't think this gets any higher scaling, does it? It does cap out, but this is a nice little item level bump and socket and speed. That's huge. And intellect, which probably makes it a little bit better than some of the other necklaces you can get. Because normal necklaces you can't get intellect on anymore. Hopefully everybody knows how to do the skip here, by the way. I did that with my rogue friend, tried it first back with a boomkin. Yeah, and his incarnate attack him and then died. It's all we left, gave his bad. Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Hopefully Tank is just gonna skip past these, because you don't actually have to fight these. Or he's gonna fight him. Alright, okay. Tank wants to do it. Because you can just fight Lockmo. You don't actually have to fight this guy. In fact, you don't even have to kill him. He doesn't count as like a boss. Actually does not count at all. Sorry, push back on Lincoln. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these mobs you could just skip. And it's cool when you find a group that knows how to do these skips, because these skips are from Cataclysm. Like, I remember doing all these things back in Cata. Like, the community made sure to, like, you learn. Like, you're like, hey, my guy, we don't need to do it. We can just skip. So imagine we played in Cata. Like, Lockmo is dead, we could just leave. We don't have to fight this guy. We could just go. This guy wants to fight him. You take really wants to fight him. You don't actually have to fight him. You can just leave. That's it. The boss is over. You can just go. Or maybe, go. No, we can leave. We can leave. We don't actually have to do this. We just leave. There we go. We're gone. Oh, he wants to fight it. He's thinking about it. Let's go. Is he a bot? The way he's moving is a little bit erratic. I'm not sure what the hell he's trying to do. Oh, what do you... What? What is happening? My guy. Tank? Hello? Dude, this is why I usually am the one who tanks these. Just so much easier. Because everybody, what are they going to do? Not follow me? Right? What are they going to do? Not follow me? What do you, what's going on, bro? 90% sure you can do Phoenix boss, last boss opens. Yeah. So you just need to do the Croc, kill Croc, move on. You technically have that other guy that you can kill that does have loot, but it's never really worth it. And it's just like, it's much faster just to skip. Much faster just to skip. Probably not great for like a brand new player experience. But like if you've done this place multiple times, more than once, right? It's just like you've been down the same rodeo before. You've done this more than once, right? Hold on, I could probably skip all this. Fade? Skip? Yeah, you can skip. Dude, Priest has good skips. You got yourself Mind Suit together with Fade, which basically does the same thing as Mind Suit, right? It narrows the cone of enemy vision. So like you could really just get around and no one could stop you. It is so nice. You could just skip the entire instance. And when I was questing him, I felt like I was in stealth, bro. It is so nice. Yeah, we don't need to fight any of that. We just ignore it and avoid it. These guys we may have to fight, but everything else we may actually have to, like... Or we fight it. Or I guess we fight it, because Tank feels like it. With the Mythic Plus strats, dude. Mythic Plus strats applied here. That's hilarious, though. Fear? Was that a poison? I was just grip tanks hoping to get a boss necessarily. Yeah, dude, tanks hate that though, man. Tanks hate that. I did that once in like I think it was a random heroic or something. Left? I never go left, but okay, we could do that. I did it in like a random heroic once, and the tank just like made sure to make a point that, oh, you did that? Okay, now I'm gonna pull everything. Every single mob you want to avoid, I'm gonna pull it even if you don't need to. I forget what dungeon it was for. I think it was like during SL leveling way back in the day. I think I was trying to like skip something that people normally skip. I tried to pull the tank to like nudge him in our direction because everybody else was trying to skip to him. And it was like, alright, we're pulling all of it. I don't think we even booted him either. I was a little annoyed, but it was just like, I don't know. Felt like kind of understandable, sorta. In a way. It was just like, well, I guess I did bring it to myself. But nah, some people do get really mad at that. Really upset about it. But you guess, like, would you like getting pulled around? I don't mind it. But like a lot of people don't. Or a lot of people do mind it. For the Gamer Shadow Place on Warrior Enhanced Summon for ICC release. You excited for it, man? Have you done any PTR testing on the ICC stuff? Or no? Because I've been seeing they've been doing more testing for that as well. It's gonna be the final patch, man. What do they do next? Cataclysm? Classic Plus? Where do they go from there, right? Where do you go from that point? You pull extra and what the hell's wrong with that? Yeah. Over 1%. I do feel like, you know, I love Mythic Pluses, but I do think Mythic Pluses did kind of teach me some wrong things as well, right? Like avoiding mobs and basically avoiding content in a way. I do think in some sense it did teach me some bad examples that normally on any game, in any other game, you'll probably be like, why was this a feature, right? Why would you want to avoid a fight? They place it there for a reason, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just funny. It was after ICC. Oh, there was a raid after ICC. Technically, yeah. I would have at this point, like, I know there was a raid after ICC, but a lot of people at the time described it as like, I just got like a fellow tag on, like nothing super like important, or didn't really feel super important or whatever. Can I like somehow avoid this? No, I can't. Oh, blasting though. Oh god. Alright, you just need 2 more levels and we're chilling. Do this guys want to run? Yeah. I'll do it. That was fast. I just need like 1 more and I think I'm done, right? No PTR build yet, boys. What's up, Mironi? How you doing, fam? Doing some of the fastest leveling ever. We've been on this character for how long, chat? Like 20 minutes maybe? Or maybe like plus or minus waiting time. Probably a little bit more than that. But oh, this one. This one. Big Skippy. Big Skippy Dippy. Big Skippy Dippy. Just gotta hit myself with a quick fade. Run through. You don't even need fade, you just run through it. They kind of just like give you a spot and you can just run through it. I swear to God, this tank is gonna pull all of them though. I swear to you, this tank is gonna pull all of them. He's just gonna run right in. Unless, take a left. Hold on. Dragon, they can't see you. They're basically, avoid him. Yes, go, good. Left. Stealth. Oh, my man. Love to see it. I'm gonna go over here. Hell yeah, pull extra, just big. I mean, okay, so some dungeons where you do want to pull extra for the big numbers, I totally get it. That being said, not all dungeons though. Not all of them. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing like a bracket hide or like a freehold, right, you're gonna need to get a lot of percent. I'd rather pull a lot of mobs there. But I feel like I do like the Mythic Plus aspect of like you have to pull a certain amount of mobs, but you can choose how many we're gonna pull and what you want to skip, right? So like, hey, we gotta pull big anyway. Let's pull a massive amount of easy mobs and avoid some of the scarier mobs. I do like that aspect. I feel like that is a little bit lost. Because I feel like back in like what, Cataclysm for example, when they made it so that you needed to like use CC in order to avoid some of the other enemies in the game. Wait, can I not float here? Okay, I can't float apparently. Let me hit him with one of these. Probably skip on through, yeah. Probably hit him with one of these. Fade. I'm basically invisible. Yeah. With Fade and the the Mind Soothe. Basically invisible. It's so nice. Because their cones are just so tiny. They barely can tell anything near them. Leveling a priest. I'm mostly just leveling an undead just so I can get the heritage quest. And I just gotta let the game randomize for me what class it gave. I've just dropped into like a spinny wheel, popped all the classes that are undead can play. Just just put my heart in, put my heart into the cards. Just let it decide. And it just spat out at me to play priest. Probably would have picked like a hunter or something, or like something that can tank, because I think that would have been faster. But I'm probably gonna do that for like a gnome, Tauren, get all the other heritage quests done, since you know we've got a little bit of time before 10 to. Plus the XP buff right now is kind of mad. I mean, the amount of XP you get just from leveling, but also in dungeons. Anytime walking dungeons, it is fast. Once you hit like level 35, which for the cat time walkings, you zoom in. It's actually super nice. Big fan of it. Oh, look at that guy just fighting. Okay, you don't even need to. At least, okay, the undead cannot be mind soothed. Good to know. But yeah, you could just, or if you want to help, you could, I mean, you could follow me, or we could just run around and collect all these parts of Jaden's staff. That works too, yeah. We need like one more, and that's the one we need. So if I fade, we're good. We can just do the boss. If we can get back to like the priest or whatever. Wait, if we don't attack, he'd probably kill him, right? Okay, he figured it out. He figured it out. There we go. Oh, look at the pings! Oh, that's so good. I wonder if this guy can see him, or if they disable for immune stuff automatically. Because I know some people don't like the pings at all. Although I feel like they're kind of useful. I feel like in Pug World in particular. Although I don't see like anyone use them in Mythic Plus at all though. But I thought you would see a lot more use in that content, more than anywhere. Okay, and then we need one more boss and we're chilling. I see random pings being random BGs. Yeah, I guess it all depends, yeah. I just was thinking it would be more useful in like M+. I know in PvP they get a lot of use, but I was thinking like in PvE content as well. The only time we as a guild even get to use them, you don't really need to, right? Because you more or less know the mechanics. Like whenever somebody drops down like a Warlock house, some people just start mass pinging it, which that does get kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. That does get very annoying. Let's see if we can silence that guy from a distance. Yeah. Get him a little bit closer over here. I want to level a new class, but I thought of grinding the Aspect Crest and said crest pieces make me want to throw off 6 crafted. I don't know, man. I feel like if you could send crests over like from your main to your alts, I really think that would help a lot of that, you know. But as it stands right now, you can't, which is kind of lame. But then again, I would at this point I would just wait until like 10-2. Wait, this man is just dying. I was killing him for a second there. Hold on a second.
The powers of the hourglass do nothing to me.
Level 15. There it is, boys. I guess I can just start the quest line, yeah? I'm done, I think. Maybe. Let's go. I don't even know. Sure. That'll do it. And we'll put that over here. And I guess I'm chilling, right? I can just go to the quest line, I believe. Where does it start at, by the way? Anybody know? Total order on? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me see if the PTR servers are up real quickly, because I'm basically done. I have this character and I can do this in my free time if I wanna. Hey, look at that, Kalia. Alright. Those guys done. Neat. Alrighty. I want to see if I can hop on PTR, see if the servers are back up. Or they maybe come up in a bit here. Because it's like 6:07. So maybe they should be up soonish. Did Rogue get an AoE kidney shot? They did for a little bit, but they did remove it. Yeah, they did remove it with this recent build, Sully. I don't know if they will if they'll keep it, or if they'll keep it removed or whatnot. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we did have it for like a slight second. It was fun, and I think it was actually kind of busted because it was letting us stun mobs that shouldn't be stunned, which is probably why they removed it. They probably thought, okay, well, we want to give them an AoE stun. That'll be huge, but there's also some complications. One, you're giving Rogue more utility that's normally unique to Demon Hunter and Monk and Shaman and whatever other class that has AoE stun, so like a Warrior, I guess, which most like Arms and Fears don't really use it, like Prot maybe, right? Oh, I guess Warlock too, right, with the Shadow Fury. But then you're also giving them a stronger version of it that gives you like a full duration stun, not just 3 seconds of it, which is already pretty strong, but 6 seconds, oh, that is nuts. Second issue is there's bugs with it because it worked too well, right? So when you kidney shot, it kidney shots everything, even things you're not supposed to be able to stun, and then they just remove the ability. So instead of like tuning in and balancing it and trying to figure it out or whatever, it looks like it was just too much too much of a headache, and then just yeeted it baby out with the bathwater on this one, probably because it just wasn't really worth trying to adjust Rogue utility in Mythic Plus, where Rogues are generally pretty good. And you know, it's outside of the whole, you know, God comp, Fire Mage, Shadow Priest, Augmentation Evoker thing, right? Outside of that God comp, Rogues are generally pretty good, and we got a pretty nice rework as is. But the stuff that you could do with that double kidney for PvP would have been pretty crazy. For Mythic Plus, it would have been pretty crazy. But also, it seems like fixing the ability and fixing the bugs with it that cause it to let you stun mobs that are not stunnable. If you stun like something that you can stun, and you place a thing that can be stunned next to it, it still stuns it anyway. Wasn't worth it. It seems like. Wasn't worth it at all. But yeah. We can farm Shackle or Zul by going to the Archmage. Oh, and Falseness and queuing up and something for the raid. And Dalaran can be Shackle or Zul. You just won the Shackled or Zul? Hold on, what do you mean? You could farm the Shackled or Zul just by going to the Archmage in Falseness and queuing up instantly in Dalaran. Wait, you got it through a LFR version of the raid? Can you actually get it? I thought you could only get it on Mythic Warnabot. Huh? Wait a second, hold on. You got the Urzul, you mean the Mythic bots from the screenshot didn't happen? Yeah. Yeah, did you get the achievement for that one or something? Wait, can you actually get it on LFR now? Is that a thing? Because it looks like you have a Fell Blaze from the same way. Well, I think, well, is the Fell Blaze the thing from Antaurus? Because I think those you can get from LFR and like normals. One, I think you have a chance to like earn from killing a boss, and the other thing you have to go through an achievement, I think. Or just a random proc, a random boss you can get. From Blaze at Nighthold. Oh, that's the Mythic one? Or is that a Heroic version too? Wait, did they add those bosses to the Mythic? To the LFR? Because the Wizard lets you queue the LFR version, right? The guy in Dalaran? That lets you queue for like all these instances? Did they change that? Or does it give you Mythic version for some reason? Because I was under the impression that you could only get those bosses from like a Mythic version of the boss. You get a result from non-Mythic, that would be incredibly lame. Yeah, I mean, maybe they changed it, right? But I was under the impression that it was only Mythic. You didn't have to win it in Mythic. Did they change it? When? No way. No, right? It's our friend got fell blades from heroic. Lol. Wait, hold on. Question. Did your friend have to use the same wizard guy to queue for it, or do you actually go to Nighthold do it on heroic? Because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go to the instance, set it on. Yeah, if you can get Urzel though from non-mythic, I mean it's kind of cool. Like if you want it, but if you're someone who like did the raid back then on mythic, right, got your cutting edge and got the bound to work for it, hundreds of pulls, that probably is like, oh, that feels bad because it's just like I put in the effort and now you can just get it on LFR. A little bit bittersweet, I imagine. Felby's in Infernal with the Hellfire Blaze. I don't even know what's the difference. I don't know my mounts at all. If you said like the Heroic Nighthold or Mythic Nighthold, I probably at least would understand them a little bit better. Consider that to level my rogue. Yo, Oni, it's fast, man. If you do it, it is quick. If you get some buddies that also... Oni, if you hit level 35 on your rogue, right? And you got some buddies that are max level that want to do time walkies for like the weeklies, queue up with them. If they got tanks and healers, you can queue with them and you guys can just do dungeons together. They'll get the 4 out of the way or 5 out of the way. You'll get a bunch of XP for yourself. It's real quick. It doesn't take long, especially if you can like fast insta queue for it. But it's like real fast leveling. It is nice. It is real nice. 64, perfect. You can just start. You can start doing it in 64. I mean, you can also go get the time walking, right? Get the buff from time walking for 30 more. Go do activities in the Dream Surge, like side quest, main quest, and that should be a lot of XP because that's like 50% more XP, 55 more XP, in fact. But yeah, that'll be pretty quick too. If we got some homies that could do it too. What's this? Servers are up! Hold on a second, they're up, boys! There it is! I just gotta let it update. Hold on. PTR is up, boys! Get on! Get in here, bud! Oh boy, I felt it, dude. I felt in my bones when we were getting the build. I felt like, you know what? We got our low 15. It's about 6:07. Time to hop on PTR, just check on these. I was hoping, dude, that would have been a pretty bad stream if, like, for the next 30 minutes we just get no server updates and it's like for the next hour nothing. But I was just like, I think it's about time, right? I think it's about that time, right? Oh, we're doing it, boys. I want to see what they got. I want to see what they're giving us. If there's anything new at all. 6 minutes ago, wait, they posted something. Hold on a second. Hey! I'm going to the bottom of the post. Where is it? Hold on a second. Is this it? Days ago. 7 days ago. Scrolling. Still scrolling. 6 minutes ago. Yeah. That's a lot of letters. I don't even know what they say because I can't read, but that's a lot of letters. Eye of the Storm Battleground Blitz, cool. Mythic Plus Everbloom is back. Yo, Everbloom, we're grinding it. Grinding that Everblooming. We're blooming, boys. We're blooming. Blooming. Hunter Raid buff. Hunter Raid buff? Hold on a second, huh? They added a Hunter Raid buff. We're skipping all these classes to see this Hunter Raid buff. Hold on a second. Hunter's Mark now increases all damage taken by the target by 5% while the target is above 80% health? Huh? What? They gave Hunters a Hunter buff. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't really know if Snip is gonna give me my info. I'm just gonna take a screenshot real quick. Multiple Hunters cannot stack the buff. Hunter's Mark is still in the global with this change. All right. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, hold on. Let's scoot that over. Let me be the first to tweet it. Just because I want to get my cloud right. Hold on a second. Sorry. Work mode, dude. Work mode. I don't know if you guys ever seen me. I'm just like, oh, I gotta get stuff done. Work mode activated. So I'm gonna be a bit more manic right now, okay? There it is. Sniped it. Easy. Okay. Take a look at all these. Chad, what the hell is this? All right, so let's get through a Hunter raid buff, and then I want to take a look at these really quickly, okay? Hunter's Mark now increases all damage taken by the target by 5% while the target is above 80% maximum health. So it's something you want to apply on a boss or priority target before a pull. It is one of those things where they had Hunter's Mark back in like Shadowlands, and I thought like they'll just add it and give it where Hunters do 5% more damage to the target as long as the buff is active. But then it also meant that Hunters had to spend a global to keep reapplying it whenever they switched targets, and then removed it outright entirely. We like the idea of Hunter's Mark highlighting specific targets on the battlefield, so we have made adjustments to Hunter's Mark to cause it to increase all damage taken above 80% health. A few quick notes about this change. When applying Hunter's Mark out of combat or before a pull, it continues to have no cooldown. If you apply Hunter's Mark while in combat, it has a 20-second cooldown, so there's less reason for you to want to switch targets. It's like a buff you want to plan ahead of time, right? Plant, mark the target. You may want to bring like a couple of Hunters in, depending how many priority targets you have. So like a council fight, 3 targets, you may want to bring 3 Hunters for that 85% more damage during the 80 at above window. Nice. How does it work in PvP? I imagine it works the same thing in PvP, but I have no idea, right? I imagine, muscles looking good, thank you so much, Timmy. Appreciate my man. I like it, the idea of a Hunter's getting a raid buff, because Hunters were gonna get rotated out, most likely. I mean, they do good damage, right? But it's like the first range class to get rotated out. You bring a mage for the buff, you bring a warlock for the cookies and gates, you bring a priest for the stamina thing, whether the healer or shadow. You gotta bring an Aug Evoker, and you could just swap out Hunters for more Augs, because Augs are doing really good. That was kind of what it was kind of starting to look at. If you're gonna switch anybody out as a ranged, probably a Hunter. Rogue brings a poison, Warrior brings a buff. Death Knight doesn't bring nothing, except for like a dome, I guess, or the IMZ. So I guess there's something. Monk brings a touch, Mystic Touch. Demon Hunter brings a magic debuff and darkness, right? Hunters just don't bring nothing. So them giving some kind of like a buff makes sense. I think they're trying to be very careful with it. They're trying to make it so it's not something you have to change all the time, but it's like, hey, every 20 seconds while in combat, we don't intend for you to move this damage around frequently. So it's something you plant ahead, right? That guy gotta die. You stick more damage in the opener. Interesting change. Depending how they structure a lot of the fights, like a lot of the raid bosses do spend a good portion of their time in like the upper health, but also like P3 when they're in the execute range also is very important too. But to be able to get like some decent damage to push a boss to a certain level of health with a 5% damage taken, that's not terrible. But the way it works in PvP, I imagine worthless. I don't think maybe it'll have the same value in PvP, but I imagine they will just have like a different version of it for PvP, right? Hunter's Mark, and they'll probably just have like another one that's just like anti-stealth mechanic. Who knows though, right? Maybe they'll make it a 20-second CD, but in PvP, I imagine that won't be too bad. I think it'd be annoying, like let's say if you mark a rogue, he presses cloak, you can't remark him again really quickly. But like, I don't know. It's an interesting change. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be more conscious about it for PvP though. And maybe give you like another buff that basically works like the original Hunter's Mark that you just use for PvP. Mostly just find rogues and suss out rogues. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. Besides this, fixation prevents set bonus from affecting pet crits. Also, it no longer affects pets. Fixation prevented bonus prevented the set bonus from affecting periodic events of Fury of the Eagle. Causes the wildfire to not consume charge when it's to generate a charge. And this set bonus, the explosion buff now refreshes particular with Fury of the Eagle. That's really good. That's really good. So basically, they're fixing survival tier set. That's good stuff. So a tier set, a minor buff. Yeah, mostly like fixes, but like it's good. It's good. Palette changes are amazing. It's just a blur. Yo, Atha, what the hell is this? Why is it so blurry? Why is it so blurry? I need my glasses. What the hell is this, Atha? Is this troll? I can't even see it. Just invisible, blurry. That's the joke. Okay. I hated that. I hated that. Alright, so Death Knight, tier set bonus duration increase to 12 seconds was 10. Good buff. So and self bounces and also grand damage increases good too. So you can really ramp it up quicker. Because the way tier set works right now for them is they're playing around chill streak ability, the snowball that bounces between targets. But when you're fighting a solo enemy, usually you send the snowball and it disappears because it doesn't have anything else to bounce to. The tier set allows the snowball to bounce between you and the target. Every bounce is now also gonna do like whole like damage scaling or whatever. So like Frost Death Knight tier set buff, good. Fix the change. Fix it so it functions well, and that's a good buff. Fixed issue with chill streak was not bounced to the death that we used against enemies with a large hitbox. So like big enemies wasn't bouncing back for some reason. Should work now. Fixed issue with sub bounces and granted bonus of ruin and cooldown reduction. So basically they made the tier set more consistent. This is good. Demon Hunter. Spectral Sight cooldown reduced to 30 seconds. Haste now affects his global cooldown. Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh my. Oh my. 30 seconds. Demonic duration from demon form reduced to 5 seconds. At least integrates move to Demon Hunter class tree. Oh, interesting. That might make it a little bit better. Depending how it works out. Is it chest realms up? Do we just hop on PTR? I want to take a look at all these things, but I do want to hop on PTR them. Alrighty. Let's take a decree. You know, I could probably just keep these on the side, honestly, right? I could probably do it like that. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it like this. Chat, what class did we take a look at first? We got Demon, just a Demon Hunter. Let me just take a charge on this one. We're gonna do Demon Hunter. Let's see what's new with this bad boy. Let's see what's new with this bad boy. Entor's tier set back. I don't even remember the Entor's tier set, so that means I have no idea what that means. What does it mean? I don't know. I do want to take a look at the class tree really quickly. So at least Integrate has been moved to the Demon Hunter class tree. I want to see where that's at now, because depending where that is, it could be better, it could be worse, but the fact that it no longer competes with the demons that you summon could be kind of nice. Oh wow. So that is actually over here. So it's part of the sigil. Oh, you can pick up Sigil of Misery instantly. That is kind of nuts. Wait, does that mean Sigil of Flame is just baseline now? That'd be cool. That'd be really neat. Oh, there's some new stuff here too. That's a new icon. That's a new icon too. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Whoa, there's a lot going on. All right. So Sigil now is going to be part of this, like, there's a new stuff. Wow. But basically you got a sigil like row, right? Starts with the sigil of Misery, goes down to ways to modify sigil and defensively, and then it ends up with Sigil of Decree, the Elysian Decree. So that is exactly the same thing as before, right? Sigil of Flame deals additional damage, generates more additional fury, sigils activate faster. So that's an interesting change. Collective Anguish and Fodder to the Flame are now over here. That is interesting. That's a class thing too. Hey, that's actually kind of cool. Chat, what the hell? That's actually kind of neat. All right, a second. Hold on a second. When you parry an attack or have one of your attacks parried, restore 2% of maximum health and fury. Wow. That's really strong. That's cool for Vengeance. That's going to do nothing for Havoc, I feel like, because your parry chance is pretty low. You don't have a natural parry interaction at all. But that's cool. I like that a lot. That seems to be pretty strong. 10 Fury I think is a lot better than 2 health, but it's nice. Every 5 seconds, solid. I think I'd take 10 Fury every 5 seconds. That seems pretty good. Alright, so what else is there? The Hunt's initial so Spectral Sight is now a 30-second cooldown, and they changed so Fodder to the Flame is in the class tree now. That's weird and interesting, and I kind of like it. Demonic is a little bit less of a duration. The Hunt's initial damage is reduced by 22%. Oh, increased by 22, and the damage over time increased by 30. So there's no longer a way to upgrade the Hunt. As you can see, you can't like make it shorter or make it do more damage, but they did up its damage naturally to be a little higher. So that's a nice one. Sigil Flame is baseline, and its initial damage is increased by 200%. So I don't really have any good training dummies right now, so I should probably go to like Zuldazar, right? There's a lot of things to take a look at. I'm gonna go Zuldazar. What's up, Amazing Pants? How you doing, my man? How those pants doing? Hey, Dal, hope you're having a good day, bro. Much love the stats. Looking good. What's up, Donnie? Hope you're having a good one, man. Doing good. New Demon Hunter stuff. Looks like the rework for Demon Hunter is starting to really materialize this time around. This is looking kind of cool. There's some cool new stuff coming in, and I'm gonna take a look at all of them. But yeah, stick around. We'll be taking a look at all these things once I get myself to Zuldazar. No, I can't do Zuldazar. I guess I could do this Dox of Zuldazar. Crap, I can't really do Zuldazar because this guy does not have Zuldazar unlocked at all. Where do we go then? Orgrimmar? There are some mobs that can be hit with Silver Moon, right? I could go Silver Moon. Let's just Silver Moon, man. Let's just Silver Moon. Let's moon them with some. Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh no! Oh no! 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 What is happening?
I just wanted to let you know. I know we haven't spoken in a while.
That guy's kind of a square. If you guys mind me saying that. Hopefully nobody takes offense to that one. Valparum, kind of a square. Not gonna lie. Other changes of paper. No. Servers basically came up just now, Amazing Pants. So this is basically my testing. This is me trying stuff out right now. I haven't got to mess around with it at all. You're basically in for like the live version of it. If you got anything you want me to test specifically, more than welcome to. I just started like going through like the list and take a look at some of the talent changes. I'm basically just going by like the blue post, seeing what's new there, and then I'm gonna just take a closer look at the talents, then try some stuff out, giving them things to go. Glad we can see. Yeah, if you got any suggestions or any questions, my guy, hit me with it. That'll help guide me like what should I do next. These mobs are all like max level, yeah, level 70, level 70, yeah, so everything here works out fine. DK's already out here smashing it. I love seeing it, dude. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Alrighty, so Sigil Flame is now 200% more damage. So it does like 5,000 baseline, so I guess I don't have to pick up any talents to make it stronger. That's good. The dot seems a little bit more potent, unless it's about the same as live. That's good. So that's baseline. Sigil Flame, baseline for every spec. You don't have to pick it up or nothing. Live by the Glaive is the new one, well, new talent, but as Jake points out, that's the tier set bonus from Taurus, mostly for Vengeance, because Havoc doesn't really have a lot of opportunity to parry things. Unnatural Malice, Relentless Pursuit, Extended Sigils of Misery, Defeat have been removed, whatever those did. Unrestrained Fury is now 1 unrestrained. Unrestrained Fury. Oh, this thing is now 1 talent point instead of 2. And it basically just gives you full value. Nice. Shattered Restoration is now 1 rank, which is Shattered. What's something I want to do? Restoration. This thing is now 1 talent point, and it just basically gives you full value. Illidari Knowledge, which is like over here, 1 talent point, 5% instead of 6%, but that's fine. Probably the same for Illidari, yeah. 5 instead of 6, that's fine. So it's just like cheaper to pick up some of the talents you want in your Demon Hunter tree, so you got a lot more options. That's good. That's a good change. Can't complain about this one. Rush of Chaos is now a 2 rank instead of 1. Abyss of Metamorphosis is down to 2, so you have to put 2 points if you want to go down to the hunt, but that's because they're the way they're, you know, trying to figure out like the capstone choices and like what that gives you in terms of options. Okay, so you have to put 2 points to give it like a minute off if you really want to get it. Quick Sigils no longer reduces the cooldown of Sigil skills. Oh, it just makes them activate 1 second faster. Not great, but alright. Erratic Fellheart now reduces the cooldown of Fell Rush and Infernal Strike by Erratic. Where is Erratic? Erratic? Erratic, hold on. Erratic Fellheart now reduces cooldown of Fell Rush and Infernal Strike by... Oh, that's been nerfed a little bit, huh? Fellheart. There it is. So that's over here. Okay, that's a little bit weaker. Flames of Fury has been adjusted now to rank. Sigil Flame deals up to 70% more damage. Nice. And generates Fury per target hit. So that could do a little bit more damage. 70% more. So that could be actually kind of good if you go for like full Sigil build. Personally very interested in Inertia. It seems right up my alley. Death of Chaos. You mean this one? Yeah, Inertia, and I feel like Dash of Chaos, where you dash and you retreat back. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. I think it would make it the whole momentum thing a little bit easier to play into. The fact that you can like reposition again. That could be interesting in general. Okay, so what do we want to test here? I think I want to try the new 30-second Spectral Sight that summons up a demon, because that still gives you like Spectral Sight has 30-second increase. So this actually changes it. So when you pick up Father Flame, normally Spectral Sight 30 seconds. With this talent, 1 minute. But it still summons the demon for 25, grants you 20% damage, 15 seconds. So basically, demon summon is a minute. That thing's better with the cooldowns. I like that a lot more. What can I put talent points into? Crit Strike, Chance of Immolation Aura. I like how they separated this from whatever else it was. So you can pick up like Immolation Aura stuff. I like that change. What else do I want to grab that's like new? I don't even know. I don't know, like this, I guess. Nothing new here. Darkness still 5. I kind of want to see if I can pick up Elysian here. Hold on. And now you gotta choose between collective or fodder to the flame. I'll pick fodder. Can I do like... Oh, I can't pick up the hunt. So the way that the talents are organized and the economy for the talents, it does give you a little bit less opportunity to triple capstone on this. Because it's kind of expensive going down here. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's all battle you have. So you can't go soul sigils or darkness, but basically means you have to give up one of these capstones, which is interesting. Normally you think you give up at least a decree if you do want to play around sigils, or you just keep it. But the fact that you can pick up sigils and fodder to the flame, where normally those two used to compete against each other, that's really cool. Yeah, fodder is a class thing, which I like that change. I think I guess collective anguish is going to be more interesting of a choice. I don't know which one is stronger, but it definitely makes me like double check myself, like which one would I actually want to use. As for the vengeance havoc tree, by the way, you can do fall rush with 20% more damage. So that's different because there's that versatility buff here. Hold on a second, that's new. Hold on a second, that's very, very new. So now you can either do improve fell rush for 20% more damage or be able to rush back. Interesting. But here it's no longer here. It's instead you get versatility buff that reduces threat generated by 8. Versa buff 4% is huge. This became 2 points, by the way. Final slash deals 50% more damage, so you have to commit a lot more points into it. Hold on, what else is new? Magical damage increased by 5%. That could be really good if you're playing into like a big old enemy necessary big damage build, right? Maybe pick up Hunt and Decree, which by the way you could have both of these together. That is going to be cool. Every minute, big explosion of arcane into a big old charge. That's going to be some combo. That's going to be some bursts together. All right, what else is new here? Because I haven't got a lot of new stuff. Blind Fury now increases blade dances. Blind Fury. Where's that at? Blind Fury, Blind Fury. This one. I-Beam generates 20 Fury. So this is 2 points now, actually. Generates 20 or 40 Fury, and its damage and duration increased by 20%. So they did allow you to reallocate talent points into this. Same thing with Dance of Fate, where you can add more points to get like more out of it. But I guess they also did switch over some of these talents to here, so I guess they're trying to really reinforce this whole Havoc section, I imagine. Then we have new talent, Demon Hide. That's over here. So this is the increase of fire damage, but also reduces physical damage taken, which is going to be pretty good for PvP. Dash of Chaos, which is this thing. We're going to try it out in a second. Scars of Suffering, increase of versatility, as the one over here. Chaotic Disposition. Every time you deal chaos damage, has a chance to duplicate. Where's this at? Chaotic Disposition. There it is. So it's closer to like capstones. Each time you deal chaos damage, there's a... Let me try to see if I can maybe like adjust the talents on the right hand side. Oh wait, no, that's not what... it's not what I wanted. I made a mistake, chat. I made a mistake. Hold on. I fix. All right. I want to kind of remove stuff on the right hand side. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't think I can. Okay. So I definitely want to try this out. I want to try this chaotic predisposition thing. That could be interesting. But let's kind of like take talents out of. I guess out of this. Right? That should work finally. Each time you deal chaos damage, there's a 7.77, repeating of course, chance to duplicate 33% of the damage. Up to 7 total times. So there's a chance you can just duplicate it multiple times over an ability that does chaos damage. That's gonna be funky. That math right here. So this effect can proc 7 times potentially. So there's a cap on it, but you can basically duplicate it and duplicate again, but no more than 7 times. That's a lot. Yeah, basically Wind Fury. They gave Demon Hunter's personal Wind Fury. You are right. That's the best way to describe it. Wow. Interesting. I-Beam damage baseline 50% more. Fell Barrage damage increased by 100%. I want to see how this Fell Barrage does because they did no damage before. They made it 100% better. I want to see if it's worth it. Isolated Prey causes Immolation Aura to always critically strike. Yo, hold on a second. Is there crit damage? Cancer crit. Armor, but fire damage. I guess I don't technically need those 2 points. I can take them, put them somewhere else. Misery can be a shorter cooldown. Ooh. Okay, I need this, I guess, yeah. Arathi Warblade just to go further down. Okay, that'll work. Alright. 100% crit if you have isolated prey. So if you're soloing a boss, it's 100% crit. That makes Rage Fire good. Each time your Immolation Armor deals damage, 30% of damage dealt by up to 3 critical strikes is gathered. So they changed this, so it's only 3 crits are going to be gathered. Only 3 crits. Only portion of it with up to 3 crits. They're limiting it. I was going to say that'd be insane combo, but the fact that this can be 100% crit is kind of nuts and chaotic, and I love it. I mean, if it's a Havoc Demon Hunter, in my opinion. Throw Glaive now triggers Cycle of Hatred's effect when Furious Throws is selected. So Cycle of Hatred. Cycle ahead. So Furious Throws. So Furious Throws is selected. Cycle of Hatred. Where's Cycle of Hatred? Furious Throws. Shatter Destiny, or any means, or Fell Barrage. That's a good change right here. Bottom mid. Definitely not a mid. Definitely kind of a top tier talent, in my opinion, with these changes. At least sounds really good. Soul Rend is now 1 rank, was 2, causes 100% of the damage to be dealt. Overtime is Chaos. Soul Rend. Soul Rend. Soul Rend. Soul Rend. Soul Rend. Throw Glaive causes the target to take additional 100% damage dealt as Chaos. Oh! That's interesting. It's no longer a bleed. It instead puts a debuff on the enemy that takes him, like, causes the target to take an additional 100% of the damage dealt. Oh, from Throw Glaive, I guess, yeah. It's not a debuff, it's just from Throw Glaive. Nice, okay. Beacon, I got Beacon, finally, let's go. That's interesting, though. So that's up to 120. Apparently it's supposed to be 2 points. No, 1 talent point, okay. Shatter Destiny now increases demon form. Oh, so they actually made this cheaper. That's what they did, basically. Okay, that's a little different wording than I don't remember, but that's fine. Shatter Destiny now increases demon form duration by 10 per Furious Pen. Was 8, so they're making this a little bit better. Nice. Alright, so that's Havoc. Vengeance got a whole new set of stuff going on, but I want to take a look at these real quickly. Alright, so, alright. Let me get my bars here really quickly, just so I can get like normal bars in here so I can see them. That goes here. That can go here. We can maybe get ourselves the... Yeah. Wait, that's not working, is it? Okay, hold on. I can fix. Because this sigil decree does not work. Do I need to do like do I have I do. Okay, so I don't actually need to place my sigils. I can just target things. That's why it's not working well. Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. And I think they got the fire inside to work properly. Because this should be working now, yeah? Let me see. Immolation? Oh, he doesn't play Immolation. It gave me back a charge. I have 2 of them rolling. Oh, that's so good. Hold on. I'm standing next to him. Well, they're not always critical striking. They weren't able to get that working properly yet. But hopefully at some point, yeah. Interesting. So now I can just drop down a sigil, summon a demon, use them both together. Normally you would have to use only one. I can immolation. Wait, there's some weird cooldown stuff with this ability. There's definitely some weird cooldown stuff with it. Look at the resources I'm getting to just from like keeping the enemy warm. From the simulations. That's kind of nice. Wait, if I can get a bunch of them rolling, I could do a Fury Barrage too. That could be kind of good. Hold on, I want to try this. Okay, only one. Yo, Chaotic Disposition's procking a lot, by the way. That seems like a... Look at the simulation hours, they're just separate. Oh, that's kind of good. To my Fury per 0.2 seconds on memory forces. That's pretty decent, honestly. Or at least as a start, rather, yeah? Yo, wait a second. That's Dash of Chaos. Hold on. For 2 seconds after you use a Fall Rush, activate it again, we'll dash you backwards. Wait a second. Wait, does that do damage when you dash like that? Okay. Dash, do damage. I don't think so. No, there's 2 hits. There is 2 hits. There is 2 hits. It will do damage. That's kind of cool. I don't hate that. Honestly, I don't hate it at all. Ooh, that makes it so smooth. Ooh, you can set up a big go then. Wait, this together with inertia? Charge, rush back in. Or you could always use the fell blades if you needed to, right? What happens if you use fell blade? You still can't press it again. You still can't press it and it will do stuff. That did damage. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Oh, you can do some really cool mobility stuff now with this thing. Look at this. Charge. Charge back in. That's weird. That is so weird with the way that works right now. Oh, that is so... I don't even know how to describe it. Hold on. Right, charge. Charge back out. Oh, you could really just... I feel like you dance circles around people now. Oh, it's only 2 seconds though that you get this. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so it will rush you back to like in the direction, but it's not going to take you back to the same spot. So it is a little bit of like unique about it. Oh, did you see that? You can just charge out and in. That's kind of neat. That's a whole new set of mobility that I've never experienced before. That is really cool. That is actually really cool. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. Oh, that makes this a momentum thing or the inertia build. With the double immolation aura, by the way, works kind of well. Like, feel-wise, it feels pretty good to use. It will rush you still. Oh, that is so weird. Oh, that is weird. Oh, you have to be very careful when you use it. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so it does have a little bit of sometimes like weirdness in terms of figuring out where you last were to rush you back in. It's a lot better when you use fell rush and you rush it back in to make sure you get like a more accurate positioning. That's interesting. It's a little more accurate if you can press it twice in a row than if, say, if you use like Am I done? Am I stuck? Am I stuck? I think this character is dead. Oh, at least I can release. The thing is, that's way too easy to do. That's way too easy to do. Okay. That might need to be fixed. Can be used to fall through the ground. I feel like they're gonna remove this talent. I feel like that's gonna cause some issues. But that's really easy to do. I want to see if I can replicate it again. All I did is I fell rushed out, then I went for fell blade, then I went for a backflip, and I went for a fell rush back in. So I fell rushed out, rushed back in, so it kind of tries to figure out where my last position was. Because of this talent, the way it works is, for 2 seconds after fell rush, activating it again will dash you back towards your initial location. So when you rush out, it snapshots where your location is, where your current position is. Can I even get back to my body? This is like 500 yards. Okay, since my corpse is over there, but I guess I'll try it. Hopefully I can get back to my corpse. Spirit res, maybe, right? I'm just trying to see if I can come back to my body, or am I like gone? At this point, chat, I'm committed. I'm committed. Okay, I'm committed. We're doing this. Get some mass grip on 1 minute cooldown 2 charges. Nice. Once every 2 minutes. Yeah, they probably should make the DK once every 5 minutes to make it fair, you know? Totally. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting, how this whole charge thing works. So the way it does, you charge in, it snaps the position where you were. But when you use like fell blade to charge back in and you press the button again, it does some weird stuff. Like it doesn't really like purely adjust back to like your initial location. And it seems like if you cover a distance, like if you go far away, right, you fell rush and you keep going for a while, you press it again, it doesn't quite rush you back to initial fell rush location. It moves and travels with you. There's like a tether, right? It's almost like you're taking that location on a leash for a moment. It's interesting how they put my body over here, by the way. Yeah, that does let me res over here. That's interesting. But I think I was able to kind of confuse it by fell rushing out, charging back with a fell blade, back flipping with vengeful retreat, and then rushing back in. And I think it just confused where my last location was, and it made me fall through the floor. I want to see how well can you recreate this every time. If this is easily recreatable, then they're definitely gonna have to figure something out with I like the idea of this talent. I just feel like it's gonna put demon hunters in a situation where you try to get super creative with your mobility, you're gonna be falling through the floor. Okay, let's see this. Okay, you guys ready? Rush in, rush in. Yeah. Yeah, you could recreate this 100%. Okay, that's weird. Okay. You can recreate this every time. Okay, we're gonna come back. I'm gonna res. I'm gonna record it, and we're gonna put it on Twitter. I think it'd be good, or X, or whatever the hell you call it. That worked flawlessly. I did exactly what I thought in my head. Like, okay, maybe that's what I should do. Recreated it every time. I'll take a minute debuff. I don't even need to do it. I don't even need it. I don't even need my stats. Let's go and do it again. This time I recorded for the world to see. It's recreatable. It is dangerous. The fact that you can do this so easily, right? I did it once and I was like, wait, let me just use that sequence again. Exactly. Because I felt like at the beginning, like, okay, it's rushing me back, but it's not entirely snapshotting where my previous location was. I feel like what maybe you should do is it should maybe just make you dash in the direction where you used to be. But it's like, you can really like, it's some wonky stuff going on. And then we'll do this one more time. We'll dive on the ground, then we'll take a look at Vengeance. Yeah, I do want to take a look at some more talents here, and I probably am gonna remove that talent just so I don't do this to myself, because I feel like I'm just gonna kill myself. I like the idea behind it, right? I think it's awesome. I'm just afraid of ever pressing Vengeful Retreat and using that button. I feel like as long as you're using like no movement and you're not up in the air, you mostly will be fine. But something about that whole wombo combo, it just kind of makes it all interesting, to say the least. And these guys will find out about it eventually. Hold on, you guys ready? You guys ready to do it again? Alrighty, let's try this again. Here we are. And we're falling. You can get underground so easily. I think for players that love exploring, this will be really fun because you can get under places, and if you like can clip through things, that could be really fun. But yeah. Oh, I didn't get to record it, did I? Oh yeah, that didn't work at all. Okay, we gotta do it again. Hold on. I gotta do it again. It just didn't record. That's my fault. Or it's fault of the game, but I'm gonna blame it on me instead. Okay, I have to do it one more time. Break at the game, what the hell? Yeah, I can never get my heart. Exactly, dude. Put a momentum and do it with a fell rush thing. Why? Did they change it? Because I don't think it makes a difference. Or you mean like the buff, like it stacks up the buff every time you back rush. I think that's probably why they did it. It's just like you can probably stack it up really quickly. Right? Fell rush out, fell rush in, it probably counts as each one. Good charge of momentum, 12 seconds. Makes sense. Like just thinking about it, that's why they probably put the talent in, because they're like, oh, we just make it easy to make momentum work, but also you can like backflip again. Right, you can reposition. You still gotta use movement, but like they don't want to make it super punishing, but they still want it to be part of the class design or whatever. Yeah. Alright, I gotta log off, I gotta log back in, and then the recording stuff should work. But we're gonna do that again real quickly, yeah? Real quick, chat. Real quick. It's not doing the thing. Okay, I'll give it another go. It's not really like PTR for some reason has started playing weird with Shadowplay, which is my recording software. Like sometimes I'll put up hop on PTR. Sometimes it just doesn't like track that have software, any recording software running, and it just doesn't. I used to think it's just OBS. It's just getting confused with OBS because OBS can also record. But it's just something about PTR. Sometimes I have to log in a couple of times until it properly works. I'm also going to change the vibe here for a second, chat. This songs are great, but I'm going to change it to... I'm feeling like a Witcher tavern music. Just because... Probably going to go on... If this goes on Twitter, I just would rather have that running in the background than... whatever we listen to. A little louder, yeah? What am I feeling like? Yeah, that's a good one. All right, you guys ready to go for another ride? Here we are. Oh, it looks cinematic. Oh, it looks so good. These are the things that go through my mind when I'm like, oh, how do I put a video together? Can we hold? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Actually, I kind of... Do you guys prefer the Witcher tavern music? Or do you prefer the stuff we usually listen to? Quick question for all the homies in the chat. Do you prefer the tavern music while we look at these changes? Because we can play that. That's easy. Or do we do the... what do we usually do? How big is the... No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. It is this one. This one. So demon hunters are now even more risk averse to fall through the floor, is what I'm gonna call it. Fantastic, right? Let it play. All right. I'm gonna make it a little louder for you boys because it's nice little tunes. It's super nice. All right, back to testing, back to trying stuff. I'm just not gonna flip and stuff. I'm gonna be very, very careful about doing the backflips and whatnot. I'm just not gonna press eventual retreat, nothing. Let's go back to testing stuff. Actually, let's just go take out the talent. Actually, I do want to try this right here. Hold on. While we're out here, right? No train dummies, but we could do this really quickly and then could switch out the talents easily. So when you use this and you charge back in, you're right. Yeah, you can have basically a lot of stacks. Momentum management is not a thing anymore as long as you can do these charges. And the thing is, the charges, they actually do damage there and back. So like if you could stand in front of somebody and just charge forward, charge back, like by itself, the talent is really, 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 really good. Like this is some good stuff. I like it. The fact that you can like fall through floors is not amazing, but the fact that it's like snappy, you can do charge in, charge back really quickly. It's really nice. I don't hate this thing at all. It's a good talent. It's a good change. You just gotta fix like the whole like where does the dash you back. I feel like what they need to do is just have it like it fell rushes you in the opposite direction, right? Just behind you. Whatever you're facing, it just will fell rush you behind, or maybe just gives you like a second fell rush that you can do really quickly. Or I don't know. I think they're just trying to allow you to like reposition again, right? But if you use that ability to like eventual retreat, that causes it to like the tether of like where you last were to shift in a weird way, and it can make you like fall through the floor like we did there multiple times. Talk about those enhanced changes? We have not. No, I haven't taken a look at those yet. I just been looking at Demon Hunter. But yeah, let me go back to this. Let me go back to this. And is this it? Is this all I have for Havoc? There's a couple new stuff here. I do like the fact that this is working though. I feel like a Fire Inside could be a really cool talent. And the fact that you can, it has like no GCD. You press it and you can just have multiple of them rolling. That feels really good and pretty snappy to press. Although I feel like that might be something that's macroed together later. But I do want to try it though. Because I think that together with inertia is going to be really cool. Because if you can get yourself a immolation aura, rush in, do some damage, you get a proc, rush in again, doing more damage. That could be really, really cool. I think that could feel really good to play. And it feels weird in responsiveness. I think they may fix it at some point, so there's a bit of more GCD, but it just like gives you a free charge, like every time you press it. Or at least a chance to give you a charge or whatever. I guess the best way to put it. Like let's say you do this, right? You charge out, do a little bit of damage, right? You charge back out with another one of these, you do more damage, more stuff, another charge in, do another one of these. You can do some cool stuff with it. Yeah, the fact that you can get yourself a random charges with immolation aura back, that feels really, really nice. I can't say I hate it. Oh, this tier set is going to make you want to play Hunt either way, though. Yeah, so you're going to want to play Hunt. I think you probably just won't play Elysian. But who knows, right? And this seems to do a lot more damage. I mean, it did 600k on 2 targets. That's better, because it used to do 500 on 5 targets. So now it's like 300 per target. So on 5 targets, that's a lot more damage. Yeah, Fellow Rushes should feel a lot better as an ability now. Chaotic Disposition, the fact that it procs as much is weird, but I like it. It seems to have a pretty high proc rate. You know what I mean? Like, that does stuff. That's definitely doing things. Weird, but it does work. All right, Vengeance really quickly. And I'll let you guys decide what we do after, yeah? What can they make Chaos Nova baseline? Give Fellow Russian baseline to Vengeance too? Ooh, that's a good question. I have no idea. I didn't ask him about it yet. Maybe one day, right? Maybe one day, right? Alright, so what is new here? Ascending Flame. Sigil of Flame initial damage is increased by 50%. Where's that at? Oh, Ascending Flame. Sigil of Flame initial damage increased by 50%. Multiple applications of Sigil of Flame may now overlap. Huh? Is that because of your tier set stuff? Hold on a second. I don't know what to take here. Anguish. Can you have multiple sigils available now? Is that a thing? New talent. Illuminated sigils. Where is that at? Illuminated sigils. Illuminated sigils. Oh. Sigil skills have 1 additional charge and have a 20% increased chance to parry attacks from enemies afflicted by sigils. Yo, wait a second. That's interesting. Okay. All right. That's a new one. Big sigil capstone. I don't hate it. I cannot hate it. Every sigil has additional charge. That's a flame sigil. That's a silent sigil. Ooh, I like this utilitarian version of Demon Hunter. Agonizing Flame is now 1 rank talent instead of 2 and increases movement speed by 10 instead of 20. Immolation aura duration is by 50, which is what the baseline was. So I think it was this one, right? Oh, it was the this one. No. Agonizing Flames. Agonizing Flames, where were you? I am lost. Agonizing Flames. I am stupid. I am so dumb. Okay, I can't find it. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's pretty easy to pick up then. Extended Spikes is now 1 talent point. That's one of these spikes. There we go. Okay, so that's nice, cheaper alternatives for like some of the talents we've had already. Dark Glare Boon is now 1 rank point. I know this one. Fell Devastation refreshes to 2040, which is basically what, yeah, so basically they gave it like they basically gave it that, for, what's it called? Normally you put 2 points into it. They gave basically a value of the 2 points for just 1 point. So that's good. Basically full value, but just cheaper. Chains of Anger and increased duration of sigils, which is somewhere over here, right? Duration of sigils by 2 seconds and radius by 2 yards. Soul Covenant generates 3 soul fragments, so initial strike was 2. Soul Carver. It is this one. Here we go. Alright. I think I want to try this whole sigil thing though. What do I remove out of this side though? Let me do it like this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can back it up entirely. I really want to try playing into my sigils best that I can. Alright, so here, here. And here, at the very least. Even though this is really, really good too. Probably not. Brand is fine. Do we not do Spirit Bomb anymore then? Ooh, that'd be weird. Void Reaver? Ooh, I don't even know. Probably right. Sigil chains in a minute too. That's probably not the best way of doing this talent tree, but I mean, maybe that's like a sigil build that you can make work. Wait, does this also apply to Elysian Decree? The fact that you can have multiple sigils? Multiple stacks? Probably not, right? Or is this working? I don't think this is working. Sigils have one additional charge. I don't think that's working, chat. Unless for some reason it doesn't work. Nope. Currently doesn't. But imagine every sigil should have it. Eventually. Because sigil isn't working. I like the idea behind it though. Just being able to cycle sigils back to back with your current tier set, where when you attack an enemy that's afflicted by Sigil of Flame, he gets a bunch of stacks. Sigil of Flame periodic damage has a chance to flare up, shattering additional soul fragments around you, and dealing additional damage. And each Fury spell reduces the cooldown of Sigil of Flame to make it a little shorter. So that could be really, really nice together. I think it will still probably play into like a big old like vulnerability window with Void Reaver, and you'll probably go pretty deep into this side too. I feel like you're not gonna end up going like super heavy as I went over here. Probably will avoid this, and probably will go like down here, cut across. Who knows, right? I feel like this still is a really good buff. But who knows? Maybe I'm just underestimating it a little bit. Fellblade on this guy? Shouldn't be. But yeah, if you can have two sigils, I think you'll be in a good spot. Alright, sounds pretty neat. Yeah, okay, so this could work out. That's some nice stuff. I think Benjal's definitely got a lot more stuff than Havoc here. I think the class challenge change is really, really good. I'm actually very impressed with that one. Very impressed with what they did so far. Very impressed. Oh, that's bugging a little bit. Well, I want to take it out of here, put it here, but it won't let me. Ooh, that's weird. But if I did it here, but it's not letting me. I think it's because it thinks Fellblade is over here, right? Yep, there's an error with it. Oh, wait a second. Will this work? Okay, it's doing some weird stuff, but apparently, oh, I guess it disconnects through left and right, doesn't it? Okay, I guess it's normal. That's weird. Well, it won't let me do this. Yeah, this ability, it's supposed to be down here on the same row as a Revel in Pain, I think it is, but it's not really recognizing it. Like this, it lets me shift. This lets me shift around, but this it thinks it's over here, so that's gotta get fixed. But otherwise, it still works. Yeah, Fellblade, yeah, because it moved it up a little bit. So it's gonna be like this for a bit. Alright, chat, what another class? We got ourselves a Druid by the looks of it. We got Evoker stuff. Hunter we took a look at though. That's quick. Monk got some new stuff apparently. With one walker and base monk, I think it is. Mistweaver. We got a few paladin things. Nothing crazy. Priest got some new stuff. Rogue got a lot of new stuff apparently. Ooh. Okay, I started looking at the rogue stuff. I'm like, oh, it's a dude. My mind is lost. Enhance. We'll do enhance. We'll do shaman. We'll do Shaman, and then we'll maybe take a look at other stuff. But Rogue, sorry. Lost my mind. Rogue stuff looks really good. I'm sorry. I'm excited for my class. Leave me alone. Let's take a look at these things. Also, don't leave me alone. I would be. Sorry. I told you I was gonna be manic a little. Like this is stuff I'll live for, dude. This is like I'm gonna be awake for like ever. I'm not getting any sleep tonight. All right, Shaman. So, Elemental, let's take a look at Enhance first, yeah? Because there's a lot of good stuff for Enhance. Also, I'm gonna skip this song. I don't know what it is, but this one definitely just feels like it pierces my ears. Am I the only one? Oh. Alright, Enhance. Shuffle some talents around for enhancement talents to increase some available talent choices. Also, adjusting functionality with a few other options to work with melee abilities or elemental damage types to make it more attractive to a wider variety of builds. Good, the stuff we want to see. New passive talent available to choose. New passive talent is available to choose rather than Elemental Blast to allow you to opt out of an extra keybind and Maelstrom Weapon Spender to keep a track with the Elemental Blast. We hope these changes will give you some more flexibility with the talent options. Several talents have been moved to a different place in the talent tree. That's a wrong spec. We'll take a look at Ellie in a bit. I'm looking at Enhance mostly. Took a balance Bardcore. I'm gonna guess it's hardcore, but like Bard music in the ends or whatever. Maybe at some point. Not against it. All right, take a look at this. What do we got? Not in the class tree, I don't think, right? Everything seems about the same. Spec tree though does look a little different. There are some changes. Can't quite put my finger on. It looks. Is it slimmer? It looks like it's slimmed. Looks like Enhanced said went on a diet. This doesn't go down anymore. Oh. Okay, this is not as far to the right anymore. It's slimmed down. It's slimmed down a little. Okay. All right. Not bad. Several talents are in different spots. Starter ability also changed. Elemental Sultan Grand Maelstrom. We can take a look at these right now, yeah? We're big boys, we can do it. Alright, so off the bat you can pick up Healing Surge or Focus Insight where Flame Shock will increase your next heal. So that's the utility option. You can avoid it or pick it up early. Good for PvP maybe, but you can basically ignore it entirely if you want to. That's interesting. Pick up these really early on actually. You can pick up like all your basic tools really quickly and you can start leaning towards right hand side or left hand side really early on. On the same spot as Elemental Blast, which is also much easier to access, and it does about the same stuff, just replace the Lava Burst. You can pick up Tempest Strikes, Storm Strike, Ice Strike, and Lava Lash have a 100% chance to discharge electricity dealing nature damage. That's interesting. So if you want to play into Ice Strike itself, that could be really, really good. Wind Fury, Demons, Unruly Wind, Storm's Wrath, that stuff is fine. Weapon Imbuements, Storm Blast. I guess I'm just gonna grab a couple of talents here and there. I don't really know what's good, but I'm just gonna grab these. What else is new? So there's some stuff with the Legacy of Frost Witch. That's a little bit different. So Feral Spirits. Oh, okay. So that's about the same, right? Legacy of Frost Witch. Now increases frost damage when consuming 10 stacks of Maelstrom rather than only physical damage. So this does physical and frost. So if you want to play into a Frost Shocky build with Hailstorm, or want to play into Ice Strike, well, really just Ice Strike, big Hailstorm, big Frost Shocks, you can pick up Legacy of the Frost Witch, which buffs the frost stuff. Good to see. Primordial Wave can no longer heal a friendly ally. It's only used for enemy damage. Only as an offensive spell. Cool. Splintered Elements, which is this here, now grants you 20% haste. Plus additional 4 haste for every target hit. So you get a lot more haste up front and like a little bit more for every other target you cleave. That's going to make it play a little bit better. I like that change. Not a big fan of Primordial, personally. Just, I feel like I played with it too much. But it's good. It's solid. And they make it a little bit better. Talent, Tempest Strikes passive. We took a look at that earlier. The tier set changes as well. And I think about all this is just about the same, right? Okay, so nothing super crazy. With a lot of these other talents. Nothing insane. I do want to see how this Tempest Strikes works though. Looks very slim. Yeah, it's not that crazy of a change, but there are some nice adjustments. Good. I like it. I do want to see what damage it does though. Okay, so stuff I'm going to be looking out for is... looking out for the Frost Witch stuff. I'm looking to press my Ice Strike, Lava Lash, Storm Strike to see how it does its nature damage stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I have wolves and stuff. Give my Ice Strike. Next Frost Shock is gonna do a bit more damage, which is kind of nice. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Get a lot of Maelstrom building. So I'm killing even a little bit here. I was really hoping just to hit a single training dummy, but it's okay. This is fine. Okay, so Frost Strikes can hit for quite a lot. Wait, Hungry and Shadow Flame? That's probably my tier set or something, yeah? Or like a weapon. That's a weapon. Okay, so we'll ignore that. So Chain Lightning does a lot. Tempest Strikes does a little bit of damage. I do want to hit a single target though. I want to see how it works on pure single target. Also, I'm not sure if I'm running the right build for enhancements. So I'm just really just hitting stuff. So hopefully you guys don't like take a look at it. So like super under a microscope or whatever. These guys actually take a little bit too much damage all on their own. So let me do this. Let me drop down a Tuskar punching bag. Wish I had a little bit more haste with this build. Oh, I think I actually got the tier set to properly work with Primordial Wave now, because I don't think that was working well together last time. Although I'm maybe misremembering it a little bit. No, it is working a lot better. Yeah, so that wasn't working super well. So the cooldown reduction, you really do feel it now. That does speed up the pacing of things a lot more. Oh, the hazes feel really good though. Yeah, so my damage is definitely like, I'm definitely out of the loop on enhancement. I haven't played this thing in a good bit. I'm more or less at the base understanding of my rotation, what I should be doing. But as for like doing things optimally, far from it. Not gonna happen. Not in this lifetime. Oh, you get a buff, actually. I thought Frostwitch was consumed instantly. Never mind then. Frostwitch actually just gives you like an opportunity to do a bunch of frost and physical damage. That actually plays a lot better. For some reason I thought it was just like you get yourself a big go and that's it. Oh, Sunder, I should be using that because it's what kind of damage is it again? It's they changed it recently. Flame strike damage, so it's physical and fire damage. That should definitely be used as soon as possible. Alright, so, I mean, Tempest Strikes isn't doing bad damage, but like, not by all means. I mean, Lightning Bolt is definitely going to be a big priority of this playstyle, especially with the tiers and how that functions as it is right now. Primordial Wave summons a Lightning Feral Spirit that increases your nature damage, specifically nature aspect, and summoning Feral Spirit reduces cooldown of Primordial Wave by 7 seconds, so you kind of want to go rotating through wolves and mostly lean into that nature Lightning Bolting thing. So Lightning Bolt is definitely going to be a big priority of this playstyle. That being said, Tempest Strikes is doing quite a bit of damage, honestly. Not terrible. And if you really ran in and leaned into like Frost Shock, Ice Strike, I think that with the AoE and the Frostwitch change could be really good for M+ as well. Like fantastic for Cleave, which enhancement generally does have pretty good of. Do you use mount emotes? How do you use mount emotes? You mean like special mount animations? Mount special, I think. / mount special, and mounts can use like whatever like special mount emote they got. Elemental, that's another one that's got a couple of changes, yeah. Emergency Cheer change fixed an issue with Chain Lightning. Lightning Bolt were incorrectly highlighted. Splinter Elements not granted 20 haste, so just like enhance. Fury Beyond can now only increase the duration of Further Beyond by up to 50%. Wait, hold on. Oh, no. Hold on, Further Beyond? Ascendance can only be extended, so you can't have a permanent ascendance. It can only extend to a certain degree, but then it stops. Okay, there is a limit. Good. Thank Blizzard for placing limits on things. My favorite. Appreciate it. Always fun. Wow. Way enjoyable. Super enjoyable. That sucks though, but it's okay. It's understandable. Force set. A lava burst burns your target for 50% additional damage over 4 seconds. I think that's a nerf. Used to be 25. After consuming Primordial Wave, the next 3 cast a lava burst also hit 3 additional targets affected by Flame Shock for 100% normal damage. Does that mean they also burn? Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I guess it does do stuff. Oh, that's that chain combo. Oh, it's so nice. That is so nice. Oh, the procs though are huge. What the hell? Wait, you can just chain this forever then. What the hell? What the hell? Hold on. Wait, in the AoE situation, you can just chain that so hard. Wait, you're kidding me, right? Wait, it's so good. I got the thing back. Oh, proc. Hog. Okay, it didn't chain nearly as hard as I wanted to there, but it's okay. But I mean, yeah, Molten Slag is gonna do some damage. 15 over like 25 is okay. I think it's still gonna be really strong. Enhanced or Elemental seems pretty good. Could be running the shield for that one though. It's like a whole bottom right sentry just doesn't work for Vengeance. That's all good. You mean like everything there? That's all good. They'll fix it. It just you can't run it this week, but maybe like next week, or maybe they'll hotfix it before the raid testing, which would be really cool. They got Havoc working, but Vengeance, yeah, it's gonna take him a second. If it took him like a week for Havoc, hey Silly, how you doing, my guy? See you over here. Look at all Aquamarine. How you doing? I feel like every time I'm out, I see Sully just somewhere out perusing, doing stuff. They need to make 2 changes to Shaman to be straight, like WTF raid, make Wind Fury raid wide and give Ellie Shaman a buff. I do think they need to give Ellie Shaman a buff because that's another class that's going to be on a chop and block. Or this is a class, I guess, unless you're playing like Enhanced, you don't really, unless any of the Shaman specs like Resto, Elemental, are just blowing everybody out of the water with the damage they're doing, I don't think you're really going to get a lot of like big meaty value out of it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Oh, new mounts, they added Scarab stuff. Tier set tuning, tier set names added. Okay. Chat. We're gonna judge every single one of the tier sets based on their names, okay? Tier set judging. Death Knight, Risen Nightmares, Grave Mantle, S tier, easily. Screaming Torch, Fiend's Brutality, A tier. I'll take B tier. I don't like Torch Fiends. No, A for Brutality. Druid, Benevolent Ember, Sage Guidance, D tier. Easily D tier. I like the way it looks, but the naming, D tier convention. Why Wern Keeper's Timeless Sage, C tier. It's okay. I don't like Wern. It's a weird one. Blazing Dreamstalker's Trophies, A tier. I mean, trophies are for champions only. You gotta give this one an A tier, right? Mage, Wayward Chronomancer's Clockwork. That's a C tier for Clockwork. Mystic Heron's D tier. I don't like it. Heron. I mean, I know they're trying to give it like the bird, but like Mystic Heron's Discipline. I mean, it's just super predictable. Doesn't roll off the tongue super well. Oh, I like the green version of Paladin though. Zealous, Pyre Knight's Ardor. A for Ardor. I like that. Blessing of Lunar Communion. C tier. It's okay. Lucid Shadewalker Silence. I almost want to put it in S tier, but I think not a lot of things can be in S tier. I like the Lucid Shadewalker Silence though. That's like, okay, S tier. F it. Vision of the Great Wolf Outcast. Awesome set. I don't know. B tier. Devout Archdevil's Packweave. D tier. Molten Vanguard's Mortar Play. F tier. Actually, the worst naming. S tier for Shaman. Set, yes. Naming convention, B tier. I'm just going by name. I'm just going by name because now they reveal like the naming of all the tier sets. I'm just going by name, like what sounds cool, what doesn't sound cool. Death Knight, easily S tier. I want to put like Rogue, almost an S tier, but kind of like an A tier. A plus, S minus. The rest of them I stick by. Warrior one has to be one of the worst naming conventions though. Molten Vanguard's Mortar Plate. Doesn't roll off the tongue. It just doesn't make me think of like, oh, cold sound tier set. I get it. It's like molten, right? Molten armor. Molten Vanguard's Mortar Plate. I get it. It's like a human bunker, but like, I don't know. I just naming. That's not like me ranking these tier looks or the actual bonuses or anything. So please don't take it like super serious. I'm just going by the names. Like Warren Keepers. I don't like the word Warren Keeper. Oh, Warren Keeper. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Screaming Torch Fiend's Brutality. I like the naming. Risen Nightmare's Grave Mantle. Oh, that just sounds so good. Just sounds good to say. Okay. Back to PTR stuff. Shaman, I guess there's nothing really new, chat. Besides enhance, which is good. Next class. We got Warlock stuff by the looks of it. Demonology Warlock stuff in particular. Let's see. And also fixed apparently PTR's updates, fixed the following critical damage bonuses not contributing to the amount of damage of Ignite when critical crit. So they're basically fixing some crit stuff with Ignites. Chat, we got Rogue. We got Warlock. We got Druid. Warlock, Rogue, or Druid, boys. What do you guys want to see next? Which one do you want to see next? Oh, what is this? Yo. New trading post models: Royal Witch Doctor, Wildhammer Scout, and Errant Crusader. Atho! You guys may not have a cool tier set, but look at this helmet, dude. A Crusader helmet. You're like a human axe. That is so cool looking. What is this? That looks so good. Yo, Chad. Dude, look at this thing. I look so sick. I look so good. And they got the red version. Oh, the royalty colors. And then we got purple. Wait, that looks so cool. It matches your weapons, by the way. It matches at least one of your weapons, Atho. Right? The trading post weapons. That helmet looks awesome, doesn't it? Oh. And they got the Wild Hammer's gear. That's the Dwarven Scout. I want to see how it looks on a dwarf. But I like the feathers and I like the helm. Like, it's like very much like more grounded, I guess. But it looks cool. I like the sigil in the middle. Then you got Witch Doctor's guard. Yo, Witch Doctor shields. No. That looks sick. That looks good. Yeah, it's not like a proper shield just for like blocking attacks. I mean, I guess it can be used, but it's mostly like the Witch Doctor stuff. Oh, it looks cool. If you lose your weapons, just remove your helmet. Yeah, exactly. Just give him a headbutt. Just give him a hug. Like dive right in, right? Like you're diving in a pool, but like take your hands back and just like head first, right? Or if you're really good at like backflips, you could just like backflip. You could front flip or backflip. I mean, you just got blades and spikes and deadly pieces all the way through, head to toe. You know what I mean? Give them a hug. Bury your head into their I don't know, into their head, into their chest, to their skull. Or let me come and try to see if you can grapple you from the back and just headbutt him, but like backwards, right? Instead of forwards, you just hit him back. You'll chop something. You just play Demon Key. Dude, it's actually really fun. Helmet is awesome, looks great. Red is best for sure. Red looks good. I like the blue. Oh, there's this one too. I forgot. There's two types of blue. There's like a royal yellow blue, and there's like the more like blue gray with like the golden inlays. That looks sick. That looks so good. I love the eyes too. It makes it look like from the front. It looks so like serious, angry. It looks good. Oh man, it looks good. I feel like the mods you can make with this would look great. Oh, that got me excited, especially if you're an Alliance, man. Alliance, I got so many like BFA pieces that would work well with this. Oh man, that looks good. Oh man, that looks great. Oh. Wow. Okay, sorry. What class do we do next, boys? What class do we do next? Are we doing Warlock? Let's do Warlock. Let's do Warlock. I saw Warlock, so we're gonna go Warlock. Alright, Warlock. And it's gonna be... Herbal fire kindling, not 20 seconds. Okay, who cares about it? Demonology. The only spec we actually care about is demonology. By the way, Jake, I guess we're gonna do a bunch of keys tomorrow, yeah? I mean, are they up now, actually? Hold on, I want to see if they're available right now. Because technically we can start doing them now, but tomorrow I was gonna do my raid testing and then do some keys afterwards. Would you be down to join? It's mythic. I need to find a group. Looks like you can't queue for them. Yeah, you can't queue for them, so tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we could do it like an hour before raid testing starts, do like at least one key. See how it goes. Then hop, do a raid test. And then afterwards do more. Alright, so let's see. Demonology. Soul Strike has been redesigned. Primary Felguard learns Soul Strike. Strikes your soul, dealing shadow damage. Wait. So Soul Strike is different. Teaches your Felguard the ability. So it changes their Legion Strike to a Soul Strike, doesn't it? I'm gonna guess. Okay, let's just do this. Right? Soul Strike. So it's no longer an ability you press. It seems like it's just like your pet learns it. Right? Yeah, still just automatically press it. So there's Legion Strike and there's Soul Strike. Does it generate your resources still? Is that a thing? Okay, hold on. Get over there. Attack him. So you press Legion Soul Strike. It doesn't do anything. So he'll press Soul Strike and then he'll spam Legion Strikes, I guess, whenever he has resources. But he'll prior Soul Strike whenever possible. Yeah, so it's just passive damage. That's all, it's just passive damage. So you can kind of see how much damage it does. Soul Strike does shadow damage. Legion Strike does quite a bit as well. So it's just very passive. It doesn't cleave or anything, right? It just hits one target. Oh, but the talents with this, don't they have like talents where Felguard Soul Strike that deals 25% of damage to nearby enemies, so it can cleave things with Untorn ornaments. Yeah, Soul Cleave, so it is cleaving. Okay, it's interesting. It's very passive. You don't actually get to press it. It's very, very passive. That's weird. I'm not used to that, but that's interesting. I'm in combat, right? Can you get out of there? Can I combat there, buddy? Oh, he doesn't know what to do with it. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. Look, whenever I try to move it. Oh, no, it works. I think it was just in combat. Maybe it was like an imp that kept me in combat. Stupid imps. Am I right, boys? New talent, Shadow Invocation. Bioscourge Bombers deals 20% increased damage. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Bioscourge Bombers deal 20% increased damage, and your spells now have a chance to summon Bioscourge Bomber, but they change it away from Spiteful Reconstitution, where Implosion deals damage and has a chance to summon Wild Imps. So now you don't have to pick this up, you can grab this instead. Nice. I like that. That's cool. So you can basically pick this up for the cleave stuff without having to go full AoE or whatever. I like it. I like it. Interesting. I like this change. Fell Invocation. Soul Strike deals 20% additional damage. Where's that at? So, Fell Invocation. Oh, here it is. Soul Strike deals 20% additional damage and generates a Soul Shard. So you can make it generate a Soul Shard. And reduces the casting of summon Vile Fiend by 0.5 seconds. And your Vile Fiend that deals nature damage to nearby enemies. Oh! So they gave you Cleave for your pet or Cleave for your Vile Fiend. I like this change. That is really nice. That's cool. So Spiteful, we just took a look at that earlier. It looks like a lot of these other talents like Imperator. Where's that at? Imperator, 1 talent point. Malefic Impact, 1 talent point. Pit Lord's Fell Seeker damage increased by 40%. I don't even know if that's still worth, but it's a little better. Volatile Fiends has been removed. Where's Volatile Fiends? I don't even know where that's at. Volatile Fiends is gone. Don't know where it went. Okay, cool. No idea. No clue. Parasiphon will prioritize wild imps that are not imp gang bosses, so you won't kill your imp gang bosses as quickly. It'll just kill you some of the lower imps to get yourself some charges of demonic core. That's really good. Two-side has been redesigned. Demon Bolt applies Doom Brand that explodes after 20 seconds. Oh, look at that. That looks really wordy, by the way. Really wordy tier set. So two-set has been redesigned. Demon Bolt applies a Doom Brand that explodes after 20 seconds, dealing shadow damage to nearby enemies or shadow damage to a single enemy. Handle cooldown reduces the duration of Doom Brand by 1 second per soul shard spend. So either do 10,000 damage to a nearby enemies or 16,000 to a single enemy. So if there's other nearby enemies, it'll do more value, but on single targets, a little bit better. Foresight has been redesigned. When Doom Brand explodes, you have a chance to summon a Doom Fiend that casts Doom with volleys. Each Doom volley deals shadow damage up to 4 targets or shadow damage to a single enemy. So it'll do slightly lower but cleaves, or more but to a single target. Okay, so they're trying to make it a little bit better for single target. Understandable. Kind of like the changes. I like some of these new talents. A lot of passive stuff. Pretty neat. What else is there? We got rogue stuff. That's a lot of cool stuff. Take a look at rogues, yeah, chat? Let's take a look at rogues real quick. Real quick. Where are you? There we are. There we go. We got new talents too, so that's pretty neat. Oh, active exsanguinate has been removed. They only have a passive exsanguinate now for assassination. Okay, so that probably needs to redo that whole entire right hand side, because that tends to break with rogues. I was recommended in the rogue Discord. Please redo your talents if you see someone break, because you may want to do it, because otherwise it won't work. Exsanguinate. I'm gonna make like a more Mythic Plus build, yeah? I think so. Nah, I don't really need weapon poisons, do I? Bleeds are good though. Some stuff is good. Stuff seems good. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's more or less what I had. You basically just have to redo the talents for them to start working. Otherwise, a lot of them do stop working. Where are druid forms? That's a good question. Okay, so we have the new Exsanguinate. While above 50% maximum energy, Garrote, Rupture, and Crimson Steppers will consume 3 energy to duplicate 20% of remaining damage. So you will want to play around with energy. Not nearly as punishing, but as long as you're above your 50 percentile, that's not terrible. But you no longer have an active version of the ability. Oh, the dragon is doing some weird stuff. Hold on a second. The dragon is very, very, very funky. Is it because of the... Okay, I'm gonna guess that everybody's lagging over by those train dummies. So I'm gonna go to those are dummies. I noticed that whenever you hop on PTR and everybody's over by the train dummies by Valdraken, it starts lagging really, really insanely badly. So just don't go there. Go to Valdraken, go to Boralis. Everybody else going to those places anyway. Free up a little bit of that train dummy area. Don't tell nobody about it. Let people go in and lag over there. But just make sure that you can get out of there and do stuff. That's interesting though. So that's new. Let's see. Sudden demise bleed damage values is increased. So you reduced actually. You only need your bleeds to overlap 150% of the remaining health was to 100. Now also correctly benefits from Zoldyck recipe. So the bleeds are actually going to be more likely to proc sudden demise. That's real good. Indiscriminate carnage now prioritizes targets without rupture or road. That's also really, really nice. That's really good. The fact you can spread your bleeds super, super quickly and easily in the opener. Nice. I like that change. I like it. I think that's about it for Assassin, yeah? Yes. Okay, cool. Then we got Outlaw and we got Subtlety. Outlaw got some new stuff too. Let me do this. Let me do one of these. As long as I'm above 50 energy, I should be getting those Exsanguinate procs. Okay, well these things are not living long at all, but Exsanguinate is proccing. It is able to do stuff. It's only 3 energy, so it's a lot less oppressive. It's a lot less like steely on my energy. So you can definitely manage it a lot easier. But it is going to definitely like wrestle with your energy a little bit. So you have to be a little careful. But yeah, it's proccing. It's doing stuff. It's going to make bleeds a lot better. As long as you're above the 50% percentile mark. And the 3 energy, not too bad. Where it was like really, really bad is like, let's say if you had a bunch of Crimson Tempest and Garrotes and everything, it was really big on draining energy. Like right now it's draining quite a lot of energy. But as long as you're a little more careful, it's not terrible. Yeah, not bad at all. Alright, cool. I think that's going to be a decent change. Outlaw is next. I'm sure I'm going to have to change this as well. Unless I can get out of combat, maybe? Almost? It looks like your dots do keep them in combat a lot more regularly. Not sure why. Used to be fine to just reswitch. Look at the one walk among changes. Seems like they asked someone who has played it to change it. Seems like it could be interesting. I haven't really got to try it, Richie, but I'm gonna give it a go in a second. Just gonna take a look at the rogue first. Outlaw, new talents. There's a couple of new ones actually. I like it. Okay. Sorry, getting way too ahead of myself here. So, precise shot between the eyes and pistol shots have 10 yards increased range. Ooh. Pistol shot reduces the target's damage done to you by 5%. Interesting. So the range is now what, 30? Ooh, 30. And pistol shots reduce the damage they do by 5%. Wait, that makes it survivable. Oh my god, that makes us so tanky in raid fights because you'll be pistol shotting a lot. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, this is great for PvP. You can just do some range damage, right? That's really nice. Interesting. Killing spree delay before haste between strikes is reduced to 0.3 seconds with 0.4. So they make it killing spree a little bit better. That's really good, and the haste is going to make it go by quicker. That's a good change in general. I don't think that this is anything too crazy. I like the range and the cooldown, a little bit DR, but nothing insane. Sorry, I'm gonna skip this song. It's just it's the one that pierces my ears. I can't handle it. My baby ears, man. My tiny baby ears. The aspect still plays really well. Even after some changes to the crack shot ability, it's still really good. Feels good to play. Feels good to press buttons in general. Yeah, I love that. Oh, and we're just gonna have a passive 5% damage reduction as long as you pistol shot stuff. So just, we're tankier. I won't say no to that. Trying to see if I can set it up with my dance here. Oh, the procs. Oh, lovely. Alright, cool. So that's about the same. Now subtlety. Not too many crazy changes. I do like this. It's like nice little defensive. It's a nice little, it's like a utility option that sometimes you want, sometimes you don't. That's how they described it. I'll take it. Oh, I need, and then kill spree, they're trying to make it better. I don't know if that kill spree will actually end up being like really good. I think it'd be good in some situations like burst and maybe PvP and survivability stuff. Alright, subtlety. Let me get my daggers here real quick. You're able to, oh, I can't equip more than one of those. Okay. Alright. Okay then. Alrighty then. Alright, subtlety. So there are some new talents here like this one. Exhilarating execution. You finish your moves, heal you for 3% of damage dealt. That could be really good. At full health, gain absorb shield instead, absorbing up to maximum 10%. Wow, I like it. I like it. Look at that. Terrifying pace. Where's that at? Terrifying pace. So you either you have shuriken storm that slows or terrifying pace. Shuriken storm increases your movement speed by 30% for 3 seconds when striking 3 or more enemies. I like it. Good movement speed stuff. Excellent execution. That's a nice little shield. That's gonna be good. Shadow techniques. Energy generator was 3 to 4, so they changed, slowing down shadow techniques a little bit, which is a random energy regen. So that has been updated. No functional changes. Shadowcraft now allows finishing moves to use shadow technique stacks only when it refreshes calm points to full. Okay, nice. So that's gonna make it a little bit better rotationally. Shadowcraft's tooltip has been updated. No functional changes. Ephemeral bond bonus to healing received reduced to 8 was 12. Okay, so they're trying to make it a little bit less strong, but mean, with this sound right here, gonna be getting himself a fatty little shield for AoE. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it'll work out pretty well. Okay, I see that change with the dance windows. Let's see what they did there. Yeah, it's gonna make your shadow dance windows a little bit better. That Shattercraft change, that is really, really good. That is really, 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 really good. Because it's gonna make it so that if you do have finishers and you're not wasting comp points, and it's gonna make it just better overall for like the burst damage that you do. Little shield that I got too, with exhilarating 80k. That's not terrible. Okay, cool. That's a nice little survivability thing. So Rogue, honestly, it looked like it was gonna get a lot, but not really. Just a couple of adjustments, not too bad. As for druid stuff, druid forms, I want to see if druids get new forms. Otherwise, chat, oh, a little cowl effect is different. Otherwise, I also got to get some food, man. I got to get some work done and stuff. So I might just take a look at the druid here real quickly. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. That little, is that for my gloves? This effect, or is that like my artifact open? You see the red around me, right? Oh, okay. That hurt. You ever just sneeze and it actually just hurts? How was that? That felt great. All right. Do we have any druid glyphs? Do we have anything druid based? Wonder if the KS dot for dot is dispellable. It is cloakable, but it doesn't seem like it's a dispel action. But it is something you may be able to like dive in head first, get your killing spree out of the way, cloak, and then reset off that way. I don't think it's dispellable as of right now though. Alright, I want to go to Strowman real quick, see if there's any new glyph stuff for druids. See if there's any new forms maybe. But otherwise, yeah. I'll probably pop off for the night, get some work done, and then come back tomorrow for the raid testing and dungeon testing. Sanguine removed, plus cap. Sanguine removed. What's sanguine again? You mean the affix? Maybe. If that's what they did. I'm not seeing anything on Wowhead to confirm it. But if they did remove it, I'd be okay with it. Because, I mean, Blackrook Hold and Sanguine is going to be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare, let me tell you. Alrighty. First Arrow Bloom gonna be as demo, made my pretty competent build. Okay, go for it. We'll be able to test it. I want to play healers, I want to try tank stuff, I want to try all that. Oh, Smoldering Seedling now is a little like it's got eyeballs on it. What the hell? It's kind of cute looking. What the? Blizzard, you can't do that. Glyphs. Ursal, Chameleon, Sun, Feral Chameleon. Alright, so nothing new in the glyphs department. Okay, what the? Alrighty. No fly zone around that guy. We're just gonna have to run directly. Any new stuff? Boom conform. No. But it is letting me choose different boomkins. That wasn't there before. Wait. Huh? It's letting me select a different chicken form. Is that normal? Oh, I have the glyph stars. How do you remove the glyph of stars? Chat, how do you remove the glyph of stars? Isn't it like you get vanishing powder? And you talk to a dude like over here? Or am I misremembering this? Yeah, maybe. Hold on. Get it well moving. Munkin form. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm a Zandalari chicken now, which is kind of neat. But I'm a Night Elf Zandalari chicken. Night Elf? A Zandalari chicken. I guess it's kind of neat. That's not really the customizations we're looking for, but it's a step. Banship Outer, yes. Hunter Paladin. For Hunter or Paladin, I'm kind of leaning towards Hunter with some of the tier stuff. And now that you got that new tier set, oh yeah, Hunter for sure. Hunter for certain, friend. Okay, cool. Do they have anything like that for cats and stuff? Cat forms and bear forms and stuff? Is that a thing? Cat forms? They have a bunch of them. Yeah, they don't have anything like different. I can't do like a troll cat form or anything. Bear forms? No. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so that's normal. This, for some reason, is giving me like multiple forms. Nothing here. Nothing here. Like 2 choices. Okay, so it looks like they are setting it up. I don't think that's intended to... I don't think you're intended to be able to go into like Zandalari chicken or Ham Mountain as a Night Elf. I don't think that's intentional, but it is an interesting bug where I think they're basically just setting it up so like, okay, it lets you adjust. Now they're just going to replace like all the Boomkin forms with like customization choices and stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where they're going into with it. I have no idea for sure, but that's where it's, I would guess that that's what they're trying to do. They just haven't got it to work on a front end, just kind of on the back end maybe. That's cool. Not what I meant to do. Here we go. Nice. Play survival, BM easy mode for learning. Yeah, BM is definitely where you should start if you're trying to like pick it up. I definitely would do BM at the very beginning. See how that goes. That's where I would start, at least personally. Like Survival Hunter? Yeah, Survival Hunter is pretty good. Look at what you guys recommend I'll learn the game with. I'd say Hunter is fine. I'd say Beast Mastery. You can start with Survival. It's not the most difficult spec at all. It does have some difficulty, like, or complexity when you really start getting to like the end game stuff of it all. But I feel like as a starter, first time playing the game, playing Survival Hunter, you'll be fine. You'll be a hunter going up in melee, hitting your flanking strikes, tossing your grenades, sending your pet in. You'll be just fine. If you want to do range, which is a little bit safer, BM is a little bit easier, but it plays very, very similarly. Just one is super far away to safety, the other is up in melee. But if you want to play some melee, I think you'll be fine as a brand new player. I think the fresh new starter experience for survival players, not bad at all. I think where it gets some complexity a little bit is when it goes to tier set and you get like some of the higher end talents, and then it's like add some complexity and rotation. But like you can play a very basic version just fine. Yeah, I would just avoid picking up like really big long cooldowns that are like 2 minutes or whatever. Just avoid the big buttons and play into passive and you'll be just fine, because it plays perfectly fine, perfectly okay. So our tier set feels clean now. 4 bombs for 3 of the Eagle Press. That's huge. You can remove all the hard parts of survival by 0 cooldown build. That's what I was still going to suggest. Not play Among Us by distance. They're 2 most punching. Yeah, because you can totally play that, and like your damage isn't going to be bad at all. Like it's even recommended for some of the like the fights. Like if you feel like you have good uptime in like in raids or dungeons, because you can play no cooldown build. Like I feel like a cooldown build in like a really big setup. Like if you, let's say you do mythic dungeons, a tank gets all the mobs all close together, a lot of them all at once. Cooldowns could probably be a little bit stronger when you like throwing stuff into those mobs. But if you play a little cooldown build and if the tank goes like more passively, it probably plays better, probably even performs better in that case. Yeah. I like that spray goes off so fast. I think it's lagging my game. Hold on, I want to try it now. Is it really that quick? I want to give it a go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to get like PI and press killing spree, see how it does. No CD build. Is only like 1 DPS behind. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. That would be something I would be able to recommend, I think. All right, let's try this killing spree thing. I guess I want to go like single target and see how that goes. What do I give up for a killing spree? I guess Ghost Strike, right? Yeah. Ghost Strike. strike. Alrighty. We get more weapons and we'll give it a try. Nature damage taken. Zundalar's blessing. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, I see it. I see it, my guy. Okay, killing spree. I mean, that's pretty quick. I don't say that's like the quickest killing spree ever, but it is fairly quick. I wonder how that is with lust and stuff, though. You know? The fact that you can have such a good cooldown reduction of it, though, is pretty good. I mean, the fact that I could basically just go through like my entire dance window or like a vanish window, basically get my killing speed back up super quickly. That's kind of nuts, honestly. It's back, literally back. I can just use it a lot more often. Hopefully it'll be strong. Hopefully it'll be like a button that's worth pressing. That's my biggest like issue with killing spree, is like hopefully it'll be decent. It really depends how Blizz devs do it. It does set it up like where it does like decent damage. Oh, that does speed it up quite a bit though. I like that. I just feel really good to play into, by the way. Feels like there's now a weird different flow of this spec. Oh, the cooldown reduction is so good. Oh man. It's like what, 1.5 now? Yeah, it is. 1.5 baseline. And we get it back up. Literally just used it. That's so good. I feel like I don't really need Blade Rush at all, but I kind of do want to pick up Blade Rush just so I can pick up my Fan the Hammer. Unless I just don't do Fan the Hammer. So maybe I do a pistol shot build, but I don't do Fan the Hammer at all. Then I pick up Killing Spree, I get Ghosted Strike. Maybe I pick up, I don't know, Ambush, I guess, or something. I really don't know what else I would grab. Yeah, there's not a lot of good stuff unless I'm going like Ambush stuff. Or Ghosted Strike, pick up like Hidden. I don't really know. Always my least favorite spec for me as a rogue, but it's so broken, I'm more happy to play. We'll see how good it's going to be. I think that a lot of the class changes and the talent changes are going to make it a lot more approachable. Like, you got yourself a Hidden Opportunity build, you got yourself a proper Sinister Strike Pistol Shot build, you got better capstone choices now, a lot more changes and options, you got a very fast-paced playstyle, and really will depend on just like what they do with it, I think. But so far, I think the changes have been fantastic. I think like Roll the Bones buff, it's going to be a lot less of a mechanic you focus on, but rather it's just going to be like, okay, just make sure you roll the bones before they fall off, because each year so it's going to help you juggle buffs a lot better. And then you're not really going to think about it, and you're going to more focus on the actual active combat. It's just going to be a way faster paced assassination with subtlety that's just got like a couple of little rules for you to follow, like this talent, underhanded, upper hand. It's going to be a lot of little rules to follow, but if you can do that well, you got good damage, and so far it's performing pretty well. I mean, tuning isn't final, but like early numbers, it's not doing terrible. I'll look and wipe the floor with people 2 cheap shots, which is unheard of. Yeah, it definitely can start to feel like the other rogue specs. It can definitely be more bursty. It's like the wild card, fast-paced, like rush into danger, like fantasy, and they're starting to like really bring it together for the class and spec talent tree, which I really like. Like they're really trying to figure out what each spec is good at. Subtlety is good at the planned, really specific burst combos. Assassin is good about spreading dots and bleeds and putting constant pressure until the enemy bends over backwards and breaks. Owl is all about fast-paced, get in there, do stuff. You know what I mean? Like a real brigand. Actually, last time I played Outlaw as well, the only reason I wasn't having it because the only reason I was having I could answer procs properly due to the computer being too old, but that issue is not solved. That's good. So shock the Valkyrie's damage at 4 targets. It has no tooltip saying that it deals reduced damage beyond X amount of targets. So it's only hard stuck at 4, Jake, but it's still pretty good. 4 targets in cleave. That's really, really good. Prior to this, Valkyrie did nothing. But now that you can like prolong it and stuff, I think it's gonna be really good. I only played Affliction Warlock and CyberPowerPC level 40 so far. They're pretty cool. I'll try Survival Hunter. Is Outlaw Rogue hard? I think it gets a little more complex at max level, but as you play like a learning experience as you level, I think it's perfectly fine. What I would do is I would give Outlaw Rogue really a try once 10.2 is here. I mean, you can play the current version now, but 10.2 is much, much better. I think Assassin mostly say the same, Subtlety mostly is the same. Outlaw is going to be better for 10.2, so I probably would give it a second shot once 10.2 arrives. You can definitely give it a go now. I think you'll have fun with it. Maybe you'll find it up to your speed and preference. But this new version is much better, just from like experience. Good evening, Dal. Rare that you catch streams when I'm on. Yo, what's up for a second? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. How you doing, man? Checking out 10.2 stuff. You got new stuff, new changes, lots of cool stuff. I'll probably have a video tonight. Big updates. Fan of all the new things. Honestly, I'm even thinking about maybe doing like a separate Vengeance Havoc Demon Hunter look, because they're doing some really, really cool stuff with it, and then doing a separate video for like all the other stuff as well. But yeah, I got a little tested on 4 targets, which is why I want to test it on plus as soon as possible. If you go to like, if you are Alliance on your Warlock, right, and you got a couple of these like, training dummies that you can drop down, right? Go to Borealis, drop down Tusker Train Dummy, Rubbery Fish Head, and Turnip, and you have 4 targets that are close together, 3 extra, 8 targets. And if anybody else goes in to add more, that's extra targets. So that's what I would do, is I would go over there to Borealis. You can't really do that in Orgrimmar, sorta, kinda, but you can't really do that in Zulazar because it's indoors and you can't play these things indoors. You can only use outdoors, but Borealis is outdoors, so that works. So if your Warlock is Alliance, I would do that. Gotta say, only problem, sorry for making it harder. All good, my guy. All good. All good. How's the new Hunter Mark looking? I haven't really got to mess around with it too much, but the idea on paper, like, there isn't much going on with it, right? Like, let me just walk over, because all I did is really looked at it, read it. That's really about it. I think they're just basically trying to give you like a buff that you apply before a fight starts. And that's really it. They're not really trying to make it like any more than that. Trying to keep it simple. But yeah. So the way it works is it has no cooldown as long as you are out of combat. So you can basically pre-position and adjust whatever targets you want to have it on before a fight starts. And then once you're in combat, the ability will have a 20-second cooldown to discourage you how much to switch it. So like, if you want to set it on a big guy, set it up. Enemy takes 5% more damage as long as it's above a certain amount of health is there. Everybody in your group or party can utilize it. And you can readjust it before combat begins as much as you want to. So it's something you want to set ahead of time, right? For a big boss pull. But once you get in combat, pressing it will have a 20-second cooldown. They already got that working. So in combat, you don't really want to switch it, right? So let's say like there's a boss and there's ads that come out. And then the hunter, you're like, man, I should probably reset it to the ads that are priority. If the ads are going to die really, really quickly, there isn't really a point of putting Hunter's Mark. Especially if, let's say, like, because Hunter Mark loses value beyond 80%, right? So let's say, like, you get the boss to 80% and then that comes out. I feel like Hunter Mark in a big ad that is a priority, probably a good idea to put it on. If it's going to die really, really quickly, not even worth it because it's not really going to get any value out of it. So for Hunters, it's just like an extra global, but not something you want to adjust and constantly move and change and all that. But only like, all right, we'll use it at the very beginning of the fight. But we'll like, say something new comes out. Hey, 20% more damage done. There it is. It doesn't show up right now as like a separate ability or separate damage number. It just increases damage to that target by 5%. And only one Hunter Mark can be applied. And it's only for like 80% and above health, which is interesting. At least it's something, I guess. I mean, it is a buff, right? When you think about it, it is a buff. 5% damage for the 80% for the opener. It is a significant damage increase. That is a significant damage buff. And then it just kind of loses value the longer the fight goes on. But if it's a short fight, or if it's a fight where a boss is going to be in P1 for a very long while, or there's always someone to swap it to, I mean, that's significant damage increase. And hey, it's a raid buff. It is a viable raid buff. It is something you probably want to bring. So you want at least 100 in every raid now. And when you do mythic pluses, also it's not that bad either. Because you can do a big opener damage. Also, this is opener damage when everybody's lusting, has all their cooldowns going in. So it's a big value increase from that regard. Big opener damage to get a boss into like further phases. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think at the end of the day that we're trying to mull over like what kind of buff we would give them. Is it like maybe like a pet buff, like a commanding shout, but like from a pet? Like it's like crit or haste or whatever. Or is it maybe like Hunter's Mark? Did we do that again? Because that was a thing way back in the day. But in the tried Hunter's Mark back in Shadowlands, where they tied 5% personal damage as long as Hunter's Mark is on the target. It wasn't a raid buff, it was just a personal buff. 5% more damage as long as you hit on that target. But that also means like you're doing 5% less to everything else that doesn't have Hunter's Mark. In a way. It is a weird way of looking at it, but in a way, yeah, that kind of does work out if you look at it from that angle, right? One target, you're doing full damage to it. Everything else you're doing less to. Kinda sucks. And then with this one, and then also the other one is like, oh, you wanted to switch it over. Whenever you change the targets, you always gotta press a global, and then you can do your rotation. Because you are gonna be switching targets. And some targets are gonna die really quickly. So sometimes like you're doing a low mythic plus, put a 100 mark, oh, that thing died. Alright, next target, put a 100 mark, oh, that thing died. Next target, put a 100 mark. Would have felt bad. Would have felt bad to do. But then you would ignore it, but then you're losing out 5% damage. So then they removed it entirely and kept it for PvP, so you can't Hunter's Mark stuff and find rogues. But I think this new change makes it like so it gets value as long as enemies are above a certain health threshold. And but also putting a 20-second CDO on it makes it so you don't really want to switch it. It's more like you want to plan what you're going to be giving Hunter's Mark to. Use it on a boss, place it, right? Boss gets below 80% health. Now you're free to switch Hunter's Mark if like another ad comes around. So I feel like at the end of the day, it'll probably round out to maybe like depending on the fight duration. At the very start, everybody has 5% damage buff, so their damage goes up by 5%. But then for like 80% of the fight, you don't get the damage buff. So like I think it'll round out to like 4% value overall, 3% value overall, 2.5% value overall. Something I think it's worth picking up at the very beginning anyway. This kind of stuff generally not picked due to being clunky. Not even picked due to being clunky. What, like Hunter's Mark stuff? Yeah, it's just, I think this is like a less than, like Shadowlands implementation of Hunter's Mark was pretty clunky. This version I think is a little bit less clunky because of the parameters and its limitations. You're giving it limited scope, but also limited need to always constantly adjust it. I don't know if there's a lot of fights where we'll be constantly shifting around Hunter's Mark on a different target. I think, let's say there are going to be some fights where an ad is going to come out, you'll be able to select the one ad out of the trash pack that comes out and mark that, right? So you can get some value for that thing. That'll be one global, but it's not something you always have to like place a Hunter's Mark, do a rotation, change Hunter's Mark, do a rotation, change Hunter's Mark, do a rotation. With a 20-second cooldown, you have to plan ahead, and like you'll just slap it, forget about it. Oh, okay, now it comes out. I don't longer have it from the value generated from the main boss. I can switch it for the ad since it's back up. 20-second cooldown, slap it. Okay, forget about it. The rotation, back to hitting the boss, back to hitting the boss. Ads comes out. Hit the biggest guy out of those ads. It's a priority. It is with a Hunter's Mark. DPS him, and just you'll apply it once in a while. I don't think it should be like on the paper. I don't think it should be disruptive because it's just something you reapply once in a while. It'll be a little bit different than that of like a mage buff or a priest buff, which is like you apply it once and there it is there. I think maybe, you know, I've been busted. I was thinking to myself, like, it's a debuff that you apply to a single target. But what if they made it into a buff? But that would be kind of busted. Imagine like anything you hit that's above 80%, you do 5% more damage to it as a buff. That would be insane. That would be pretty strong. I think they're just trying to make it a raid buff, and raid buff is priority of like raid. What do you do against a boss? Which is what you'll be mostly fighting in a raid, not ads with bosses. How do you deal with the boss? How do you kill the boss quicker? Hunter's Mark, you put it on the boss. And then it'll get some value, and then after the boss is below 80%, it loses some value, but it's okay. You're still hitting the boss. Again, I think they're just trying to give it like limited scope. But yeah, if you do something like a council fight when the boss changes full HP. So like a council fight, you will be doing some switches maybe, but like there's a council fight in the upcoming raid of Emergicil, Council of Dreams. But like you kind of DPS and cleave these guys down simultaneously. You don't actually have them like, you only just hit one at a time. You want to kill them all at the same time because otherwise they'll try to reawaken back up to combat. You want to kind of kill them together. But one of them is going to be your priority target, so you're going to place a Hunter's Mark on that one, right? You'll choose which one you burst in the opener, and then you'll kind of cleave everybody, so all of them will kind of lose their health evenly, and there's no ads, so you won't really apply it more than just once in the opener. That's it. Or, I mean, you apply it like before you even start your opener. You just apply it like ahead of time on whoever is going to be a priority, which is probably going to be Urktos because you got more health than everybody. You just place Urktos and run the other ones and cleave everything else, but you'll probably prioritize and cleave off of Urktos in the opener. That's really about it. And everything else, like there's some ad stuff here and there. Like this guy summoned some ads, but they don't live long enough. You're not really gonna switch it onto the seedlings or whatever, or the roots. You're probably not gonna do it. Farak, we really haven't seen that fight, so we don't really know, right? We haven't really seen this one, so we just have to wait and see if that'll turn out. Smolderon doesn't really have ads, at least on like normal version that we've seen. Maybe like Mythic, but who knows? Nimu does have some ads. You'll just switch it to one. You'll start on her, and then she'll phase, and you'll slap one of the Cycle Wardens with a Hunter's Mark. That's it. And you'll just reapply it once in a while. This one does have some fiery treants. I don't think you'll be switching over to them. You may, but like, I don't really know. Hard to tell. I don't think you will. Igara is just a single boss fight. This guy will have some adlings that will come out once in a while, but like, I don't think you'll switch to them. Maybe like to the Chained Treants, one of them. But for the most part, I don't think it will, because these guys die really quickly. I don't think they're worth a global. Yeah. A good implementation would be to make marks your target or something like that. Maybe it marks your target or something like that, so like it automatically applies on your current target. But that'll also be kind of annoying though, because it'll basically mean like the hunter has to be like tagging 2 months at a time to reapply it constantly over and over. But I feel like just I'll throw it once on a target and it's there. I think it'll be fine. Maybe if they made it like a poison, kind of like a trophic poison, right? You attack something, your shots will mark the target for a certain amount of time. Your auto attacks have a chance to reapply it. And basically if you just hit a single target, it will constantly be up. Let's say like you target this boss, you'll hit him, place a buff, then you have to switch targets and you have to hit him again until that gets a buff. Then you have to go, just the switching of stuff would be really annoying, right? If it kind of looked like a rogue poison, a chance to apply, it basically would be like, okay, well I have to, it won't be like a Demon Hunter thing, unless they make it like a Demon Hunter debuff, right? Where you just gotta hit it once and it has a Hunter's Mark on it for like a good while. But that also be kind of annoying because then you have to tag, and then go back to hitting the primary target. Also would be annoying. Demon Hunters at least can throw a glaive that'll just cleave everything. You know, monks will go in, they'll press one of a single target ability that also cleaves and will just like barely tag something nearby, right? They'll barely brush past it and it'll get a debuff. And it just permanently has it. Like with Hunters, I think it will still be kind of annoying. It's just not convenient. Bakes into Serpent Sting Kick W? No, please don't. No, because then you'll force everybody to have to run Serpent Sting, and then BM doesn't even run it. That would be a talent point. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. That would be a bad idea. And then you have to play the cleave version of it, and oh, that's another talent point. Not worth. I think this was going to be kind of going back and forth with the iterative process. It's an interesting idea. I think Hunters probably needed some kind of a raid buff. Otherwise, that would be like, ideally the class that you would switch, because it doesn't bring like a unique thing to the table. It's got good defensives, it's got good damage profile, it looks great, but like, does it bring more than just damage? Because damage is like iterative on the PTR right now. Explain the Windwalker tier set. Yeah, I guess I can go over it really quickly. Did it change it too much with this recent build, or I think they did a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see what's different about this thing. Protecting Zolas are top priority. I get it. Maybe next time, bud. Maybe next time, bud. How did that sound, bud? Alrighty, Windwalker. Weapon. Well, let me give me one of these and one of these and switch them. And Trinky. Got a better DPS Trinket than the one I got. Alright, whatever. This will work. Alright, so tier set. Did they change this at all? 3 spinning crane kicks grant a blackout reinforcement, which increases the damage of your next blackout kick. Melee abilities have a chance to grant blackout reinforcement. So, 3 procs of Wind Fury. I can't attack this guy. Hold on, let me get to something I can attack. So your attacks have a chance, auto attacks and melee hits, have a chance to grant you blackout reinforcement, where your next blackout kick is just going to do more damage. Try to wait until I get the proc. So far, nothing. Okay, so this is a part where random free spinning crane kicks, which encourage you to play a talent called Dance at Chi. Spinning Chi has a chance to make an next spinning crane kick free. That's basically what it means. Because whenever you get a random proc that allows your spinning crane kick to be free for any reason, gives you the blackout reinforcement buff. So it's a tier set that encourages you to play that talent specifically. Does that make sense? Like your abilities and all, it looks like all your attacks just have a chance to grant you blackout reinforcement randomly. I don't think I've gotten a proc for it though. Yeah, melee abilities have a chance to grant you blackout reinforcement. But also like consuming resources. This gives you a chance to get a free proc of spinning crane kick. They changed the way the blackout reinforcement looks, by the way. I'm trying to see if I can get a random spinning crane kick. 100% sure when walking through Subway. They did change it a little bit where they wanted to take away that global of having to press spinning crane kick randomly. Oh, there it is. Blackout reinforcement. So it does still work out the same way. Cooldown of ability is reduced by 3 seconds. Pretty decent. Dance to Chi-Ji. You hit it. Blackout reinforcement. Uses the same proc. I think what they were trying to do is they were trying to like remove having to press spinning crane kick outside of just your windows, but you are getting random procs of blackout reinforcement, like auto attacks can randomly just grant it for you, which is kind of neat. I think it's just supposed to be a passive tier set that's just there to just give you a little bit of cooldown reduction and passive damage increases, and to encourage you to play certain talents because these set of tier sets gonna have a more leaning towards specific talents. So get to Chi-Ji is your play. You can get random procs. And you can have a bit more control with it. I think it's alright. Your 4-piece is blackout reinforcement power kicks reduce the cooldown of Rising Sun, Fist of Fury, Rising Sun Kick, Strike of the Windlord, and Whirling Dragon Punch, also to encourage you to play different talents. So like Strike of the Windlord, it's a pretty good talent, usually run with Thunder Fist, solid. Fist of Fury, just fine. What's another one that's in there? Rising Sun Kick, so basic ability. And then Whirling Dragon Punch is a talent not a lot of people play, but now you may want to start playing it. So like, let's say Boneless Breed, you may want to start playing into Whirling Dragon Punch instead, because this ability does quite a bit of damage. This one is only usable, it's just an ability you can press whenever you want to, but it's only usable when riding Sun Kick and Physical are both on cooldown. It does decent amount of damage and strikes everything near you, so it's pretty good in cleaving AoE. It's just so tier set that kind of makes you want to play into like Dance of Chi-Ji and Whirling Dragon Punch and Strike of the Windlord. And it just gives you a little bit of that cooldown reduction. I don't really know how it's going to like impact the rest of the rotation or other talent choices for monks. I think talents that play into blackout kick and all that probably going to be a little bit better in cleave fights and AoE fights, especially if you can get a blackout kick with a proc cleaving everything. Plus the cooldown reduction is probably going to be a lot better for that. So what it may actually do is it may make you want to play spinning crane kick a lot less. Maybe it'll make you want to, especially if you get the proc, the blackout kick, you'll want to use it with the cleave elemental on it because of the cooldown reduction, right? You'll probably send your Strike of the Windlord, Fist of Fury, Riding Sun Kick, Whirling Dragon Punch, Blackout Kick to reset all those things again, or at least get them pretty close to resetting. I don't really know how it's going to like impact what talent options you want to run. I don't really know if it's a talent choice of Stormwrath and Fire, or if it's a Serenity build thing. I don't really know if it's like a Invoker's Light Transfer Power playstyle. I'm not really sure if it's like a Feynline thing. I don't really know how it impacts you on that front. It just, all I can tell you is just like what it passively does, not really about it. Not really happy with the Demon Hunter rework. It's so many changes, it still don't feel a rework thing. Have you seen us walking through, flying through the floor? That's a rework, Chris. I think they're really starting to get this stride. They got a couple of things to fix, but it's starting to feel a lot better in my opinion. It's starting to feel a little bit better. I think some of the Vengeance stuff is looking really cool too, to make him a little bit stronger. There's some cool stuff they're doing with that as well. I'm kind of a fan. Actual Shaman as well looks like this tier, almost everything focused on specific talents. Yes, so this set of tiers is a lot more of a, can you go to account and show you talent, story, Meridian, hard to understand? What do you mean by that? What's a midget account? What's that supposed to be? I don't understand. I have no idea. And then I mean, Discord links are always available, I guess. Always in like Nightbot has them. If you see Nightbot, pop it. Oh no, we can do that. There we go, my guy. Yeah, it's all in chat. If you look at Nightbot, he has a link there, I think. Or you could always go in the description. What was I? Yeah, Invincible. Yes, this set of talents, like the first set of talents that we had involved in the Incarnates, let you pick whatever you wanted to. They wanted to be really open, doesn't matter what build you run, here we go, experiment with stuff. That's what the whole point of that tier set was gonna be, is experiment with things. The next set of tier set with Aberrus had players lean in a direction, lean towards specific talents in order to make some of their builds. They said that all the other tier sets afterwards are going to make you want to play specific talents, want to lean in a specific direction. Usually a direction you haven't played in a while. So monks haven't had to use One Dragon Punch in a while. And now the tier set is going to make them want to do it. Also, Jade Shiji didn't really need it. Now you're going to want to lean into it. You're going to want to play around it, right? In order to make some value out of it. The only class that doesn't really have anything like that is Rogue, but that's because they're going through a pretty big rework. So all the Rogue tier set stuff is going to be very, very like light tier sets, so you can really enjoy your talent rework because that's fairly new. But all the other classes are going to have like specific talents you will want to pick up in order to leverage your tier set in order to gain some value. But that's how most tier sets have been designed for previous expansions before too. That's pretty normal. First set of tier sets for an expansion, especially if you got a lot of talent changes, usually they're a little bit more open-ended. You can pick up whatever you want to. From there on out, they play into very specific play styles. And you kind of want to play into it. That's part of the fun. They make you pick up talents you normally would. But that's been like that, back in like what? Legion. Last time I remember using tier sets. Legion. It was like that for BFA, I guess you didn't really have tier sets. I'm pretty sure WoD was the same, but I wouldn't really know. Legion was like that though. Like you had warriors that went into like an Execute build, and then Bladestorm build, and then change it up a little bit afterwards. Rogues, Assassin was very heavy on Garrotes and Bleeds, and so about the big dot damage. And then on Taurus, it was like big and venom damage, very fast paced and whatnot. All the Rogues had, I don't even know what all the Rogues had for tier sets, but at some point you went like full Roll the Bones buff, and then it went, forget about Roll the Bones, you're slice and dicing. Forget about it all. You're slicing. And you're getting buffs while you're running slice and dice, which is kind of weird, but it worked out. It's pretty normal. Even Rathalish getting the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you look back at every single tier set, like probably like past Burning Crusades, they probably made you play into like very specific talents, but that's part of the flavor, right? Allow you to leverage certain things you normally wouldn't run in order to make a tier set work. Which Affliction changes banned, Spec is dead. I think Affliction's actually gonna play. They didn't get too many changes for 10-2, but I think the tier set and the changes might actually make it pretty good for this patch. I wouldn't sleep on them. I won't sleep on them entirely. What server playing on? I'm on Illidan. I'm on US Illidan. On PTR, it doesn't matter what server you're on, but on US, I'm on Illidan. On the EU, I have characters on Argent Dom, but it's not like I really play as of right now on the EU. I'm mostly just using it for 5v5 duels with the community. Affliction's far from dead. Yeah, I think you just don't see a lot of Affliction, but it doesn't mean that it's just dead in the water. It's not popular, but I wouldn't completely cross any specs that are not popular. Unless we hit 10.2, right? And everybody agrees that yes, Affliction is really bad because it is really bad for some reason, maybe numerically, maybe some lacking, right? Then I think it's like, yeah, it's pretty dead. But like Wilds and PTR, it's not entirely true because there are Affliction Warlocks that are putting up some numbers right now. When I see Malefic Raptors do 2 or 3 mil from 2 casts, I talk about a Mythic Plus, then yes. If you mean like single target, there are some Afflictions that are doing some numbers though. When we did ray testing, some numbers. Some numbies. Okay, Saturday, me and Krager, we're gonna meet up. Talk, okay. Cool. What are these pings? Ray testing ping. Warpath is teaming with another guild group tomorrow, Friday. We have an invitation. People that want to test as well. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. We got some guilds that are going to try to test with us tomorrow. Neat. Might be easier to do some testing and stuff. Then what is this? Oh, ray testing. Okay. Cool. What happened? Wait, Worthless, what happened? Is Worth in chat? Just pinged. Okay. I'm trying to get Wild Chained up for so long now. Yeah, Wild Chained. Oh, still gotta change. I think the baseline Wild Chain gotta change. Like the Malefic Rapture prolonged dots is fine, but Wild Chain gotta change cooldown. I think it's gonna work out for now with this tier set, but I don't really know. I think it's still gonna spam seed. It's still gonna be kind of annoying. Maybe you'll like one Malefic and a couple of seeds just to like prolong the dots, but I don't know right now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, 4 targets. Okay, so maybe in like any we might be fine. So like a small targets it'll be okay. Okay, cool. All right, boys. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the night. I got a lot of work to do. It's 8. I just noticed it's 8. Wow. Haha. Been shooting for a while. All right, boys. I'm gone for the night. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for raid testing. I got a long night ahead of me. I'm gonna just try to see if I can get ahead of the curve and start working now. Then I'm not sleeping. I think. But yo, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll catch you guys all next stream, yeah, tomorrow for raid testing. I'm gonna be up hopefully a little bit like an hour early to try to see if we can find a group ahead of time and raid test first boss, raid test second boss, and then do some dungeon testing. I think that's gonna be fun. And then Friday we got duels again, and then Cracker I think might be joining too. I got a message from him, so we'll be doubling up, seeing what we're doing. But yeah, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you boys all of you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all in the next stream. Alrighty, have a wonderful one. Even peace. Let me switch you guys with a better song than this one though. Next song is a banger, hopefully. Oh, this one's pretty good. I'll leave you guys with this one.
Bite dust. Did you push? Did you push? Did you push? Bite dust. Bite dust. Bite dust. If you